Mm. All right. Shoot, man. Mm, I don't think that's worth it. I don't think that's worth it. I don't think that's been going the way that I'd like it to. No, no, no. Um, um, baby, look over your shoulder at me. Oh, that's for something else. Hey, baby, look over your shoulder. I think we're good to go. I think we're good to go. I think. I think so. 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 Man, what an idiot. What a idiot, huh? Always do this. I always do this. It's okay. It's not okay, but that's what you're supposed to say. Now, what's going on here? This doesn't make sense. This definitely doesn't make sense. What the heck? Oh, I was so confused. Wait a minute. Oh, they're already going back. Oh, that's terrible news. Okay. All right. I would have been live way earlier, but I was having a breakdown. I didn't want you to see me like that. It's all right. Had a couple hot Cheetos. Good to go. Disco Golf Hutch, what's up, man? James Bishop, Michael Fury. Is Geodudes. What's up, ARJR? MMA Unk. What's up, man? You know. You know. I don't know. You know what, MMA Unk, I try most of my life to not think about that, you know, to just keep going and not even like stop and think, what's up, what's going on, how are things? And I know it's just the salutation. I understand. And I'm making it more than what it is, but I've told you guys this before. I wish I could have some kind of operation. And you know how Jiri, how did that go? He was gonna have an operation, and what was he gonna do? I don't even remember. Hopefully someone could remind me. What was he gonna do? He was gonna have something put in or something taken out. I can't even remember. But I wish I could have some kind of operation and just take away like any kind of drive or ambition. I wish I could be like lobotomized, like Jack Nicholson in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I wish I could just wake up and just like pace around my backyard listening to the birds and be content and just have just like a slow and steady drool, like at all times. Have a ham sandwich at some point in the day, and I'm set. And and I'm happy. I wish I had no goals. I wish I had no ambition. I wish I had no drive. I hate that I'm like that. I wish I could just be one of those dudes that wakes up and like I wash my car and I'm like, oh yeah, look at my car. And then I watch like a football game and I'm like, oh yeah, look at how we did. And then I have a sandwich and I go to bed and I'm like, that was a good day. I wish I could be like that. I don't like doing anything that I'm not excelling at. I want to be the best. I want to have fruit in what I'm doing. I want to, if something isn't going right, then I like to be able to go, oh, okay, I see now. That was like if I was trying to like be a mathematician and then I realized at some point, oh, I can't even get past algebra. I like to be able to go, I'll do something else. I'll leave that for someone else. And it's like I want to find just like I'm like that with everything. Just like when I was selling cars, it was like I want to be the best salesman. I want to have the most sales. I want to be the best on my team, A team, B team. I want to be crushing everything. I want to be, when I was a dishwasher, I'm gonna be the best dishwasher. I'm gonna run circles around these other dudes. They're lazy. They're always over there trying to flirt with the waitresses. I just always wanna, and it's just definitely not the case with what I'm doing today, you know. And it's embarrassing, and it's frustrating, and I'm just not used to this, and I feel kind of stuck. I'm not used to feeling like I'm not used to not being. I just feel like typically when I get to that point where I'm like, oh, maybe that's just not going to happen in this thing, then I just move on. And I just can't do that here for some reason. And maybe it's because I have put all my huevos in one pair of chonies. And it's like, well, but anyway, I'm doing okay, Unc. What's up, Slipknot? Legendary Gnome. Yes, please hit, hit the like button or don't. ARJR says 1. Here we go. MMA Unk, yes, I did hear about that. I thought about making a video of that today, and and I have to apologize to you guys. Because I feel like when I go through a funk, like you guys are on the other end of it, and I feel guilty about that. This should be a place where you could come and forget about your troubles, you know, and have a good time and have some laughs and whatnot. And there was two things there was a few things I considered making videos about today, but I'm gonna be brutally honest with you. I just did not want to make a video today. I have this I take it so seriously. I respect your time too much that I knew I wasn't like in the best of spirits today, and I felt like that would come across in a video, and I didn't want to be fake, and I didn't want to go through the motions and not give you my best. And you know, there's other things as well. You know, I just, it's hard to make myself feel like making a video that's not gonna do well, that is gonna reveal that I'm not in the best of moods, that I'm not gonna be giving 100%, because I don't like to do things where I'm not giving 100%. And that was one of the things I was gonna talk about potentially, but I couldn't make myself do it. And I thought maybe I'll work on something else instead. I am some of you guys probably think of this as a pathetic failed venture, and you don't even want to hear about it anymore. I've had one or two people actually, and man, you gotta be like a terrible person to do something like that. Cause I don't know. I know it's easy to pick at people on the other side of the screen because they've made themselves vulnerable. They put their life out there for you, and it's like, hey, you know, fair game, right? But like I was telling you the other day, I don't know, a few streams ago, that I kind of forgot what I was going to say while I was talking right in the middle of my sentence. But I was telling you guys something like a few days ago, and I've been saying this for years, that I never wanted to be the Mexican Ariel Hawini. Look, about 30 minutes ago, some YouTuber, and I won't say his name because I know people act all, who is it? Which one? How do you feel about this guy and that guy? There was a YouTuber that popped up, and I clicked on it, which typically I don't. But I think I was just feeling a certain way about my channel and where I'm at right now, and I was like, how's this one doing? And I opened it, and I heard this person talking about some recent news. And it just felt so pathetic to me. And it was just lame and somewhat, I don't know if boring's the right word. Well, with this creator it was. But because, you know, some creators find ways to make things funny and entertaining. But, I mean, if you're just talking the straight news, it's just boring most of the time. And I was watching what he was doing for a few minutes, and I was like, is this what I do? Is this what I do? I see what some other successful, famous person actually achieving their goals and out there living their lives. I look at what they're doing, and then I just sit here and talk about that. Never did I think I would grow up to be that person. I didn't think I was going to grow up to talk about great things that other great people are doing. And today was one of those mornings where I was thinking, am I going to sit there and talk about what someone else is doing in their life? Or should I work? And look, it took me forever to get here. This is what I was going to say. I know a lot of you already know about this. And a couple people actually kind of came by and like tried to make fun of me about it recently. Like I'll post a random video about whatever. And they're like, hey, what happened to this thing? And I'm like, wow, man, I'm a person, bro. I am the grandmaster, but I still bleed, bro. Not often, but if I try real hard to make myself, I will. And so what I'm getting at is I think this is much, 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 much more feasible than what I was setting out to do in a traditional order. What I'm kind of excited about right now, which I'll be honest with you, waking up every day and talking about what different people in the MMA world are doing, it's not that exciting to me, and it's definitely not fulfilling. Now, I'll have a chuckle here and there, and I'll be happy. Like, I don't want you guys to see those videos and be like, oh, it kind of feels grossed out because he hates them. I mean, once a video is actually on YouTube, that means I found some way to at least find it entertaining enough for myself to present it to you. If there's a video on my channel, that means I found some way to frame it to where I was like, okay, parts of this is making me laugh. So it'll make other people laugh. Not everybody, but if it's making me laugh, it'll make someone else laugh. So then I'll have some fun with it. But there's times I wake up and I'm like, I don't feel like faking that. So what I'm working on, wow, I'm taking a long time to get to it. I'm working on putting together and shooting and shopping around a trailer for my movie. It's quite an undertaking to be like, yeah, I'll just go and shoot a 90-minute movie or whatever the typical like action length movie is. Yeah, let's just go shoot it. Quite an undertaking. Lots of people, lots of bodies, lots of resources involved and stuff. It's not gonna, the way that I'm now yeah, anyway. But I thought I could make a trailer. I could make a pretty solid trailer and shop that around. Try to create some buzz. A trailer of something like, dude, you'll feel like you're like in the 80s, early 90s again. Like, they don't make them like that anymore. And, you know, I don't have Sony or Universal in my pocket, so I don't care to toe any line. I'm going to make it the way that I want to, in a way that I think real human beings will enjoy and think is funny. I can't be canceled because there's nothing to cancel. And I'm not an edgelord, so I'm not afraid of that. I don't do things to, you know, I don't walk around the airport talking like Justin Poirier, so I'm not afraid of, you know, I don't go to those lengths. I'm not like a weird low-hanging fruit kind of dude. But that's all I'm saying. The MMA Unk, when it came to like, you know, looking into that and making videos and stuff, I was just like, you know what? I think my energy would be better spent on making something that I'm excited about. I remember when I'd shoot the videos with Flacco, or when we shot that pilot thing or that concept thing, and we were getting there, the one where I stabbed Flacco and we were doing all that. I was like, let's go. I can't wait to get there. You guys ready? Okay, I'll meet you there. This is cool. I didn't want to go home. Like, I was just, I mean, you know, eventually I'll go home, but I was excited to be there. And I'm like, I wonder if that's what it feels like, people that are like doing TV and movies and stuff. I don't know, some of them probably still hate their lives. I don't know. But it was so fun, man. And that's what I always wanted to do. That's what I always wanted to do. You know what? I've actually thought about this. I've actually thought about what would it look like if I became as successful as you could be on YouTube doing what I'm doing. What does that look like? And I've thought, I don't think I want that. because I kind of put myself into this corner where basically what I'm doing is roasting MMA fighters. And, you know, where does that... I'm somebody that eventually wants to end up doing like action movies and TV shows and stuff like that. Where's that going to get me making all these enemies with people that could be in those projects? And then when I think of it, it's like, they're just people, just like me, just like people that try to clown on me and say negative stuff about my movie and whatnot. And I know it always feels like I'm punching up, but at a certain point, it's not anymore. It doesn't feel like it anymore. Like at a certain point, it felt like I was punching up when it came to people like Tony Ferguson. And now, it doesn't. And it doesn't even matter how much money he may or may not have. He might be doing fine, but like mentally and stuff, I think of certain people and even like clowning on people like Jiri, and it's like, I don't think he's doing well. I don't know if I should be making fun of him. I just saw a video of him this morning, and he's back at it again. He was out there slapping himself with the cactus. This dude went through everything he went through, realized, hey, all this Tekken 3 stuff ain't working. Me being this samurai dude and all the social media posts and giving elbow sopa to the trees and whatnot. It's not working. It's probably not working. Let me reassess. Nope. He's out there slapping himself silly with cactus. There was a moment, I don't know if you guys saw the video, he pulled his chonies down and he was going to hit himself. And he goes, oh, maybe not there. And I was like, I was surprised. I was surprised that he stopped there. I thought he was going to do it. He didn't learn. So I don't know if that's punching up anymore. My point is, sometimes I think about what it would look like if I did have the success that I thought I wanted doing this. And it's like, I would just be like the most hated dude in the MMA community. I'm just trash talking every single fighter. I'm just hating on this thing this community that I'm also trying to be a part of. And it's like, you know, I like to do things in good spirits. And, you know, most of the people and most of the things I make fun of, I like. You know, I started off very early on in the channel making fun of judo, making fun of aikido, making fun of karate, making fun of taekwondo. I love judo. And I know there's a lot of ignorant people who feel otherwise. I love aikido. Hey, discard what is useless, but there are useless attributes in everything. I love karate. I love taekwondo. And that's why I felt like I could get away with making fun of those things, because in the videos, I would do those things. I would do judo. I would do taekwondo kicks. I would do different holds and wrist locks and stuff like that. So people would be like, oh, he's not just some weirdo hater that doesn't even know martial arts. He's doing, I get what he's doing. It's like an inside thing. He loves the thing. That's why he's able to make fun of it. And then I started doing it with fighters, but that's different because people have families, people have emotions, people have reputations. And it's like, do I want to be that guy that's just spewing negativity? That's how I make my living. And then I run into some dude somewhere and it's like, oh yeah, I made like 39 videos talking about how much of an idiot you are. And even if nothing ever went down, I'm not saying like, oh no, we're going to fight or something. I'm just saying like, I'm going to be that gross dude that was just a punk, you know? And it's like, that's not what Jean-Claude Van Damme was doing. That dude was beloved. The fighters love that dude. And I'm not trying to say I'm on some kind of journey to be loved. That's not what it is either. But it's like, I mean, I definitely don't have a goal to be hated. I just wanted to make movies, man. And man, are we dry for movies. We're dry. They don't exist anymore. There are no action movies anymore like there was in that heyday. And comedy, it doesn't exist anymore. Everybody's too afraid because they have too much to lose. I have nothing to lose. I have nothing to lose except my mind. And I already lost it. But yes, MMA Unc, I did see the news about the Alex Pereira scam seminar. Look, it kind of seems like Pereira's a piece of garbage, right? I think he's a bad guy. I mean, it's kind of the same. I know a lot of people. I made the point the other day in the Josh Hokett video. He's a dude that's playing a bad guy. Well, he's actually a good dude. And there's dudes that play good guys while they're actually terrible people. And look, I'm not. The only reason I'm pointing this out is because the hypocrisy. I'm not trying to get Alex Pereira behind bars or something like that. And the people that did try to get him behind bars, they failed anyway. And maybe the statute of limitations is already passed. I don't know. Let me just say this. And I already said this the other day. I already implied it. And some people didn't know what I was talking about. There are things that Conor McGregor has been accused of. And everybody, bro, I cannot stop seeing articles about it. MAGA fighter and President Trump friend fighter and blah blah on Jimmy Fallon and blah blah blah. He was accused of this, blah 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 blah. Alex Pereira was accused of the same stuff. He was accused of stalking. He was accused of like keeping this. You have Google. He was, I mean, and you could say, no, he did. Okay, but he didn't get convicted and put behind bars just like Conor did and just like Gable Stevenson did. There's a lot of people that do these things and people still love them. Maybe because they're still winning. Maybe because people don't even know about these things. Maybe because it's good marketing. Maybe because the bad press didn't get to them. Maybe, I don't know. But it's weird when I see certain people getting so much hate for something that they did. And it's like, this guy was accused of the same thing. You guys all act like he's some kind of a god. He seems like a jerk. He seems like a bad dude. I mean, yes, people can grow. People can get better. They can improve themselves. They can be better than what their past was. And it sounds like there was a lot of dark, weird things. He was an alcoholic and did a lot of bad stuff in that window of his life. And then when it seemed like he got past it, it was like, heck yeah, man, that's good. Good for you. But then we hear some weird things that are coming from a lot of sources. Look, I think I've only ever watched one of this guy's videos, a few minutes of it. I got no opinion on the dude. I don't know if anyone watches this guy, if they feel one way or the other. I don't know. I just know he exists. It's called No Bromo, I think, MMA. And I was scrolling today and I saw a screenshot. He posted something. Apparently, he's going to come out with like a full-fledged video about the whole Alex Pereira situation. And he posted a screenshot telling the story. And I mentioned his name because I want to give him the credit for even, this ain't something that I came up with or that I heard. I saw it on his page. He posted it or in the timeline or whatever. He posted that some little kid at that seminar, like a little kid had, and I don't even know how this is possible. Maybe he made them himself or his dad made them or something. He had some kind of customized Alex Pereira shoes, whatever that means. And Alex Pereira's son was like, whoa, like, the way that it read was like he initiated and told the kid, hey, you want me to get my dad to sign those? And the kid's like, yeah. And then Alex Pereira's son comes back. He's like, my dad won't do it. He won't do it. And I keep seeing news about how there was some kind of miscommunication and he refused to sign anything and he left early and all this stuff and he wasn't being nice. And I keep seeing people defending him, saying stuff like, oh, you guys are being stupid. You're not telling the whole story. It wasn't in the contract. And I'm just like, bro, maybe it's the UFC whose name is on the check or TKO Holdings or whatever. But it's those people who have made you so rich and famous that you have the big enough head to feel like you could actually treat them like that. How ironic. It's those can you just imagine that kid and his family, his dad, his uncle, his big brother, whoever, sat there and made those shoes and decorated them and all that. And then he's just like, nah, Chama, get out of here. How gross. How disgusting. Do you need, you're so rich, bro. You're set for life. You need a contract to tell you to be nice to your fans? That's disgusting, man. That's disgusting. He just doesn't seem like a good guy. And every time that I do see him acting like he's trying to come out of his shell and do the stuff with Nina Chama and all that and these little sponsorships, and every time he actually acts like he knows more than one word, it comes off as kind of fake, kind of cringy, kind of weird, kind of forced. He seems like a bad guy. I think I'm finally fully there. I think I'm finally fully like, yeah, anti-Pereira. Because I used to like him. I used to root for him. And then I started to kind of be like, okay, maybe I'm not a super hardcore fan, but I still like him. And then I was like indifferent. And then I was like, I kind of think he's annoying. And then I kind of think I don't like. I think I'm just there now. It's going to take me a while to catch up. Mike Lane. Oh, we're doing it again. Oh, wait a minute. He's quoting ARJR. That's crazy. Mike Lane. Thank you, bro. That would be funny, dude. Him speaking perfect English at the seminar. He's just doing all the wrong stuff at the seminar, man. Oh, heck yeah, I love Austin Powers. What's up, Lost Dang? Lost Dang, big slays. Disco Golf Hutch for them homies. For them homies. I appreciate you, man. Stay slanging. You gonna be slanging on the 4th of July? ARJR, what's up? GM and Dojo fam, numero 3. Thank you, dude. Mike Lang, 4, part 2. I love it, man. We were doing crazy yesterday. We had like 3 different 4s. We had like 3 different 3s. I don't know. Remember we did that? I can't remember what numbers it was. He was, oh yeah, legendary, no. He was going to have surgery. I'm laughing at my own joke. I forgot. That was me, wasn't it? He was going to have an operation to have all the mercy removed so that he wouldn't have to have mercy next time on his opponent. Hey, that's good stuff, right? That's good stuff. Legendary Gnome, I also wanted to tell you that I watched that full Joe Dirt clip, and it was funny. I didn't remember that dude died. He killed that guy. I completely forgot about that. ARJR 5, sorry for the void yesterday. I've only seen the lyrics version. Wait, the void? Oh, the video. Hey, you don't got to. Oh, dude, I feel bad. Oh, no. I was going to say, you don't got to apologize to me. I feel bad for Angel, and I haven't seen Angel. Oh, no. Oh, man, I hope he's doing all right. Oh, dang, I feel bad for Angel. Shoot, man. Long story short, we were on Patreon last night doing movie night. And then afterwards, we were watching some videos. And there was one with some adult type moments. It was, I don't know the lyrics. Cause you deserve it the way you work it. I don't know how it goes exactly. And I had never seen the video, and I don't think ARJR had. We haven't seen the video. And there was some nastiness in that video. And Angel Padilla was laying in bed, and his lady had already fallen asleep. And I was like, bro, I hope she doesn't just wake up right now like at the worst time. She's just going to pull Undertaker like ARJR said she's going to get up like the Undertaker. And the Angel's like, bro, she just woke up. And then never heard from him again. I hope everything's all right, man. James Bishop! I wish I was lobotomized Grandmaster 2026. I'm so far behind. I love that. We should have a book, like the Tao of the Mexican martial arts. James Bishop. I love that, James. Saif. I'm tripping out, bro. Saif Udin. I love a day like that, not gonna lie. It does sound peaceful, right? As I was saying it, I was like, that's not bad. I feel like some people might look down on that and feel like a person isn't like, fully there, but it sounds pretty nice. I know. I hate it, man. I'm very conflicted because I've always loved Benil Dariush. But then it's like, dude, you're starting to like, you and Michael Chandler are like the same dude. ARJO! I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a girl with a phone, I would call her. Wish I had a rabbit in a hat with a bat and a 6'4" Cadillac. Rob's neighbor. Somebody said hello, Rob's neighbor. Where's Rob's neighbor? I didn't even see you, bro. What the heck? I didn't see you enter. Good to see you here, dude. I'm saving up for a lobotomy. If they got BOGO, I'll let you know. BOGO, Groupon. Lord Racer. ARJR has just blessed J.I. Hudson. We are family. I got J.I. Hudson with me. Thank you, ARJR. Thank you for bringing him to the family. You know what I've been messing around with lately, what I've been thinking about for those of you in the Patreon, those of you on the membership, not on the Patreon. Now, here's what I know. We will be blasted with the quickness if I try to do a movie night on the membership. We could do whatever we want on Patreon. We could make snuff films on Patreon. There's a lot of things. We watched I Know What You Did Last Summer last night, and we could do what those teenagers did in that movie in real life on Patreon and get away with it. YouTube membership's different if it's live. But here's something I was thinking about. I'm playing around with the idea, and I hope it doesn't mess me up. I hope I don't burn myself and shoot myself in the chancla. But I'm thinking it might be possible for those who would even care. I know some people are like, what? There's a few in the crowd, and then other people don't care. I get it. But I'm thinking about taking the videos after the fact, once they're done, the recordings, the playbacks of the movie nights, and putting those on the YouTube membership. Because I want to continue to be fair to both the membership and the Patreon and make sure. Now, the Patreon's the only one that it could be done live. Because in real time, the YouTube machine is just like, they're just crazy. They're overzealous. But I might be able to put the recordings, the playbacks in the membership. So those of you that aren't Patreon might be able to watch the movie night playback for the two of you who might care. Dom213, Joseph 9. Thank you, bro. You put out a ton of content. It's great and you care, bro. That's good. Can't forget the story of you hating selling cars. But remember, we don't know what you're feeling. We just happy to get another video. Thank you, dude. Thank you, man. You know what I almost did today? Because I wasn't joking. I was having a little bit of a hard time before I went live right here. I almost just went live in the membership and was just gonna be probably annoying, and just, a little bit blubbery, and just be real, because I don't know. I would hope that the way that I come on here and do things, that people would never know, that they would never know how I'm feeling. Because I don't want to give you guys some doo-doo plessy content like that, I want to be my best on here. But yeah, it's a tornado. It's a tornado underneath. It's a tornado underneath the beanie. But yeah, I just feel Dom Joseph. I just feel like this is part of the journey, part of the story. Cause when I was selling cars, now there was something very fulfilling about selling cars, dude. It's like gambling. Like, selling cars is not the easiest thing in the world because for the most part, people hate car salesmen. And when you actually when you sell a car, you feel like you just became triple champ. And there's something very like that reward system. So there was something about that I had in selling cars that I don't have here. All my videos just tank now, dude. And there's a part of me that doesn't feel bad about it. Because I could put one of my videos against another YouTuber and be like, hide the views, bro. Hide the views. Which one's better? So there's a part of me that feels confident about that. But at the same time, I'm just so competitive that it just eats away at me. And then, of course, being on YouTube, if a video doesn't get views, you're not going to make money. And you can't pay your bills. So it's just, that's how that goes. But thank you, Dom. I am contemplating a little bit of a content shift. Trying to figure out what's going to be the most overall beneficial, logical, sustainable. It's good to hear you say that I put out a lot of content. As soon as I read that, it was like, that feels good. Because I remember back in the day, I was always criticized for being lazy and not putting out enough content, which was never accurate because I was making videos like nobody else. So they had no idea what went into making those kind of videos and how long it takes. But thank you, Dom Joseph. Hearing you say that you're just happy to get another video, it makes me feel really good. Sometimes, like, one of the videos I considered making today, I was like, I don't know if that's a big enough topic. And it's like the algorithm's not going to care about it. People might not click on it because it's not a big dominating topic. And, I wish I could just think like that, bro. For the few and the proud, for the people who are happy just to get another video, like algorithm aside. But the problem is you guys won't even know I made it because the way the algorithm is. I'd rather get the MMA news of the day delivered by you than an AI generated voice. Plus, if you, my favorite channels, don't upload, I'm relegated to cute cat and instant karma videos. Hey, Unadapted, you know how I always kind of poke fun at some of those MMA montage video channels? And I literally was watching one the other day, and the channel, the guy that narrates the channel, I swear it's like, I really believe this, and I won't say their names. What's the point? I'm not trying to start nothing, but there's a good handful, and you guys probably know all of them by now. There's a good handful of these MMA channels where, like, every morning they come out with all these videos that's just regurgitated MMA montage news, and they all seem like it's just like a lifeless AI narrator reading them. And I have a suspicion that these channels are, I don't know if I would directly say owned by the UFC or TKO or whatever, but it almost seems like if the UFC and TKO knows that people on YouTube are going to be doing this anyway, then they're like, we're going to run that market. We're gonna be the ones doing it then. And they make it, because no one's going to look at it the same way if it appears to be owned by the UFC. Then they're going to be like, this is corporate stuff. But if it seems like some kind of homegrown, some kind of organic, this is just another MMA YouTuber, even though they're faceless, people might tend to support it more than if it seemed like it was directly from the UFC. So I have a suspicion that some of these, if not all of them, are owned by companies like the UFC. And that's why they are able to so quickly, so easily, like they have teams cut all this. Bro, I know how long it takes to research, to go find all these videos and find the most interesting parts from all of them. And they do it like boom. And the way they cut them together, and sometimes they'll release 2-3 videos a day. I feel like it has to be something like that. and they just have like as much AI as they can leading it. And that's why maybe there's been a little bit of demise in other MMA actual organic YouTube channels, because YouTube's trying to shut it down, and YouTube wants, UFC, and they want to be the ones in control of what's being put out. I don't know. It's just a suspicion. But I was watching one of them the other day, and man, their voices some of them are good. Some of them sound like real people. But I was listening to one the other day, and the person narrating was referring to, I think, Pereira. And I don't know. There was something, I can't remember if they referred to him as she or her, or they said something was so off in the way they were talking about someone. I was like, this is either someone so far removed from who actually did this research and wrote the script that they're just literally, maybe they read a typo and they don't even know enough to know, well, obviously this isn't a woman. Or they were very progressive. I don't know. Or it was an AI robot, which wouldn't have picked up. It was, I don't know. It was like a you had to be there kind of moment. I remember I played it back like 3 times and I was like, I knew it. Like, it wasn't a mistake. Like, obviously people make mistakes in their videos. It was not a mistake that a human would have made. Not that very extremely specific mistake. And I was just like, I knew it. These are just all bots, man. Oh, shoot. Just think you never thought you'd be someone who reported on others' accomplishments. You say that like it's bad, but imagine being someone who can't even do that and instead finds people online to put down for no reason other than attempt to make their lame life seem a little better. Yeah. I mean, you're right. Like, I know this might be a weird example, Legendary Gnome, but I appreciate that and I get it. It was like, do you ever like maybe you're just not happy with your life for whatever reason, and then something out of nowhere really bad happens, like someone you really love has like a health scare, or something dangerous happens, or some like there was actually a couple things that have happened in my life over the past month or two where something like that happened, and then I was like, oh, okay, things could really be way worse. I should be thankful. Things could be way worse. So I do understand that. Dang it. I apologize for being so far behind. I'm gonna try to catch up. James Bishop, it's not that deep, GM. Life is too short to spend time being introspective. I remember when I was a little kid. I remember when I learned that word introspective. I was like, that's what I am. I hate being introspective, dude. Being so introspective, so analytical about everything. It's terrible, dude. It's terrible. Thank you, Dark Alley Recordings. I do appreciate that. I know you told me that, MMA Young. Thank you, bro. Thank you. I need people like you out there on the chanclas on the ground, bro. Dark Alley Recording says it's hard to hate you, dude. Oh, that's very kind of you, bro. That's one of the nicest things anybody's ever said to me. It's hard to hate you. I'm being serious, dude. The way that that's phrased is so nice. And I'm not saying this, but it almost sounds like coming from someone that actually made an attempt, and they're like, I just can't do it. But I do appreciate that, bro. I do not like Adesanya. I do not. I make fun of a lot of fights and a lot of fighters. It's just part of it. It's just like this. And I don't know. It's not even something that I did intentionally, But it's just like I hate it because it sounds so like lower level comedy, but almost like a roasting kind of humor a lot of the time. But I don't like Adesanya. He just seems like a weirdo, annoying dude. He just seems so immature. Shoot. Disco Golf Hutch, amazing time to mow the lawn. GM has the truth of paradox. We with you. I'm gonna be entirely honest with you, Disco Golf Hutch. I'm not really too sure what you mean by that. The truth of paradox. Is that like a phrase? I do agree that it's probably an amazing time to mow the lawn right now because I'm going to be talking at you. Listen, I always tell you guys, I don't expect anybody to stay here for, I set a goal. And look, when I set a goal, they're not always completely, I don't want anybody to think, oh, as soon as the goal's met, he's going to dip. Or I just try to make certain things coincide. Like I have every intention today. I put the goal for 3 hours. I'm going to be here for I don't think I'm going to leave before that. I have every intention of being here for 3 hours today. I knew I didn't want to make a video today. I didn't feel like I was in the right mindset. I felt terrible. I felt depressed. But I was like, you know what I do really want to do? I want to stream. I wish I could just stream every day. I love being able to go back and forth with you guys. And you know what? I don't have to think that much. When I'm just sitting here by myself scrolling through the news, a billion thoughts go through my mind, and I'm like, should I talk about that? What if I say this? And what if that? Nobody cares about that. If I bring this up, I don't know how the algorithm's gonna blah 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 blah. Here, it's just I read what someone says, and then I just go, and it's so much more enjoyable for me at least. But I don't know if that's feasible. I don't know on YouTube. Like if I was an IRL streamer or something, and I had a life, then it might be different. But to just sit here and stream like this on YouTube, I don't know how feasible that is. And unless I'm doing some massive clipping and using a lot of moments from the streams to make VODs, it's kind of a death sentence. I never liked Alex since the shamanism thing, or like Shama, like he turned into shamanism, or is that a pun? The shamanism and him pretending to not speak. Yeah, it's annoying, dude. It's too much. It's annoying. He's trying to make Chama happen. I guess he was successful. Chama! I'm glitching. Chama MK Ultra'd me. Disco Golf Hutch. GM, you're super right. We make fun of what we love. Yeah, and I always felt good about doing it when it was martial arts. I guess it just started to feel a little bit different when it was people, you know? And maybe I shouldn't. Because, even, people roast each other, but I guess that's people who know each other, But I agree. That's all I was trying to do, bro. ARJR! Project Hail Mary is really good. Just watch Young Washington this morning. Also really good. Project is on Prime and Young is in theaters. I never even heard of Young Washington. Is it any better than Young Frankenstein? I still need to watch Project Hail Mary. I still need to watch that one with Matthew McConaughey. I still need to watch that one with the dude from Good Will Hunting. I haven't watched any of those space ones. ARJR, it's 4:40 p.m. PST. Oh my gosh, it's 5:04 now. Oh my gosh! ARJR has just blessed Premium Osh. Premium Osh. Yeah, exactly. Congratulations, Premium Osh. Please scope the membership tab. There's a lot of stuff in there that is not public. Obviously, I guess that's what it's for. But there's a lot of stuff back there. Oh, no, 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 no. The chat skipped hard on me. Oh, no, 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 no. Yeah, exactly. It was Bromo's video. He's a cool dude. Oh, okay. Good, good. I'll have to scope it when it's out. The video's not out yet, is it? I'll have to check that out. That's all I ask, Billy the Kidder. That's all I ask. Pereira gives off he secretly thinks he's the vibe. 100%. Tries to hide the cockiness behind the stoicism. 100%. The way he cried around after game, beat him, settled it. Yeah, man. Have you seen all those? I mean, I don't even think I follow him. I don't go watch him or anything, but I've seen like, I was watching one of those AI bot MMA channels, and they were showing all the stories Pereira's putting up of Herb Dean. He's good. Dude, I was telling you, Pereira does have those stalker qualities. Now he's stalking Herb Dean. Leon Enriquez! Yo, GM, nice to see you. 15. Let's go. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. ARJ, I think Angel's on timeout. I feel so bad, man. I feel so bad. I'm about to send him an email. James Bishop! Angel got his phone taken away. Oh, no. Imagine she just kept doing the password over and over so he could get locked out. Oh, no. No. Yeah, except for, I was going to say you're good, Leon, but yeah, except for that. Yeah, I feel bad, though. I feel bad, man. ARJ are at least taller than a Nissan Kicks. What's up, David Zimmerman? I'd watch GM unalive someone on Patreon. I might have to pitch him more monthly for that kind of action. It's mad around here. The house across the street went off. It was on fire. Then the next house caught on fire. It was absolutely crazy, but everyone's fine. Thank God. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Dang. Disco Golf Hutch. There's a tornado in this beanie. There's a snake in my boots. There's a tornado in this beanie. I like that. I got to get a pull string. Stop being competitive and just have fun. It'll take the stress away. And in most cases, it makes things work fall into place. Yeah. I mean, I've kind of alluded to it before. There's certain things that I just decided to not even do or take part of in my life or in certain times in sports as a kid or whatever, because I knew how competitive I was, and it was like, if I'm not in a place where I feel like this is gonna be everything I need it to be, I'm just not even gonna do it. I was just so competitive. It's like if you ain't first, you're last. You know, I'm that to the fullest. I'm too competitive for my own good, and it just messes me up, man. Thank you, Maverick Top Gun. Ooh. Is it dangerous being out there walking around like that? Are the hunters careful, David Zimmerman? Marloca. I feel like it's been forever since I've seen this fox. And I'm not even saying it like in a negative, like you already know that the abstinence makes the heart grow fonder. And I feel like, you know, sometimes I feel like maybe it's like this intentional little vacations that we take from each other that just make the reuniting that much sweeter. So good to see that little fox in here. ARG kiss from a rose on the stream. La 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 la. it's all the same script, but different channels with the AI voice. It's crazy, man. A lot of them seem to have like the same order and narrative and all that too, man. Like they're all homies with each other. That's what I try to bring Maverick Top Gun. It just is. It could be kind of draining, man, depending on how it goes. Kill 'em on! Grandmaster, good to see you stream. It's good to be streaming. It's good to be seen, bro. You should do more shorts. Not great for revenue, but they do bring a lot of subscribers. I never see GM shorts. Yeah, man. That's one of the things I was thinking about Dark Alley Recordings. I don't love doing shorts, but I think I'm gonna have to. This is not my platform. YouTube wants a certain thing. I don't know why. It's kind of pathetic in my opinion how desperately YouTube wants to be TikTok and Instagram Reels. I think it's kind of lame. It's like, hey, be your own thing, be original, but they're determined. Marloca, hola primo. For those of you that don't know, Marloca is the official prima of the Mexican martial arts. Good to see you. Yeah, they definitely feel industry bought. I wish the UFC would try to buy my channel. Disco Golf Hoods, GM with the foresight, and we got that light. Oh, heck yeah. He's rhyming. He's rhyming. He's doing more than Strickland. I broke AI trying to teach it to play metal. Apparently, all you get is metal by numbers with the math machine. What the? What the? What the? Yeah, exactly. Kill 'em on. Like when they pronounce Poirier or Gaethje wrong, it's so obvious. There's certain words that it's like, what the? Curtis Green, it's beautiful to see you. All the way from Asia. I love it. Disco Golf Hutch, another proper 250 celebration. Thank you, Disco. Thank you, bro. The generosity is impressive. Thank you, Disco. I just ate 3 cheddar bratwursts and regretting it instantly. Too much food. Are those the ones that they'll squeeze the hot cheese right in your eyeball if you're not careful? I ate sushi, drank Nesquik. Oh, what a combo. Oh, and ate cookies and gummies? Oh, no. Disco, back to the lawn. Introspectus outspec. Disco, you turning this around, bro. Disco acting up and turning this around. Dude, you're making me so jealous, Disco. I remember, like, you know what? Sometimes I feel like God was teaching me a lesson, bro. When I was a homeowner, I resented having to do anything like mow the lawn and all. I was like, it's just gonna grow right back. This is stupid. It's an exercise in futility. What am I doing? I took everything for granted. Everything. And I told you guys before, I'm at a rental now. I'm renting a place. And there's landscapers. They insist. I asked them before, do we have to have landscapers? Because I don't like the landscapers. They're so lazy and so rude. And they always blow all like the toys and balls and stuff out of. I'll come out and they've like blown like soccer balls and toys and stuff out of the gate, and they just leave them there. And I'm like, what is wrong with these? Like, it's a business. How could they be so unprofessional? It's almost like we know each other and we got beef or something. And I was like, I'm happy to do it myself. And it was like a whole thing. They insist. They are part of the agreement. And it's like, I can't even, I couldn't even mow my own lawn if I wanted to now. And like I was telling you guys the other day, Marilena Miss is just like, you know what? I want to paint this room, or I want to do it. It's like, we can't. I took it for granted, man. I'll never take that for granted again. Dude. Marluca, bringing heart, puros corazones to the chat. Thank you. Thank you. I always thought Adesanya was annoying, and the dog video sealed it for me. Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. Adesanya was like, it was crazy, dude. He was like playing with that little cheddar bratwurst, you know, one too many times. I think he got that cheddar shot in his eyeball, if you know what I'm saying. That was nasty, dude. Nasty. Melancholy's like, oh. I don't think I'm hungry anymore. Let me put this one down. Yeah, I love Josh Hokett. I love Josh Hokett. He's like my favorite active fighter right now. I love Josh Hokett. I think he's funny. And you know what? I know I keep referencing it, but it's the best reference. Josh Hokett reminds me of both what Andy Kaufman would do and what Steve Martin would do when he was a stand-up. I don't know how familiar you. I know that's quite a throwback. But because most people know Steve Martin from his movies, and even those people are old, right? Most people don't even remember the stand-up. When Steve Martin did stand-up, he was like the anti-comedian. He would like purposefully do stuff on stage that was cringy and didn't seem funny, but that's what made it funny, because he completely, he was all in, and he was committed to that part. Like it was like his character. He was playing this character when he did his stand-up, like that was kind of not that funny, but it made it funny because he was so in control of it. It was perfect. It was perfectly fine-tuned. I just want to say thank you. I have a very I have a generous donation right now that I want to shout out.
My flow goes deep like the ocean. It burns so hard, grab the lotion. I might hit the 3-wheel motion, cause I'm sipping on this green tea potion.
Mike Lang. Mike Lang is so generous, dude. He was just in here earlier contributing to the goal. Mike Lang threw 50 big ones down in the PayPal, 5-0. And he says, paying it forward. Just got home. I'll pop in later if you're still on. If not, have a good one, brother. Paying it forward. That makes me very happy to hear. That leads me to believe that Mike Lane has some kind of a blessing in his life. That's very good to hear. Thank you so much, Mike Lane. I don't know if you got to pop back in yet, because I think that was a little bit ago, but thank you so much for being a blessing to me, bro. Thank you. I used to like Izzy when I got back into UFC. He really started to show his colors around the time DDP became champ. Yeah, man. He just started to be so unprofessional and weird and just like a drunk babbling. Like, it was embarrassing, man. He didn't conduct himself like a champion or like even just like simply like a professional. GM, could you please go get diagnosed so we could talk about autism and I won't be as annoying? I just played too. It's almost like I don't want it to be that definitive, bro. It's like I'm okay with the assumption, but I don't want someone in a white coat to tell me, you know? Because I'll be like, who do you think you are? Oh, yeah. I don't know, man. It's scary. It's scary, dude. All right, let me try to get caught up. Let me try to get caught up, and I'm going to say the same thing I always tell you guys. If I missed anything, please repeat it once I'm all caught up. David Zimmerman! Adesanya gives me the same vibe in UFC that LeBron gives in NBA. Selfish and cringe. Did you guys see that post the other day that Derek Brunson put up side by side with LeBron, and they were training that LeBron's gonna start fighting in MMA, and apparently it was fake. At first I was like, oh shoot, man, but apparently it was fake. I get what you're saying, man. There's definitely kind of like a elitist thing that comes through that just, it doesn't make you want to be on board with them. There's certain fighters that have like that blue collar thing or that underdog thing or whatever it is. But nobody wants to root for an elitist, you know? It's like, oh, you're rooting so hard for yourself. You already love yourself so much. It like doesn't even leave room for me to love you. Have you ever experienced somebody like that? That it seems like they love themselves so much that like they don't even need anyone else to love them. It's like, I think you're good. You seem about as loved as you could possibly be, even though it's you loving yourself. I think you got it covered. He went and visited a shaman and stuff to access ancestors. Wait a minute. Now I know I'm going to sound like, look, here's something you guys got to understand. I kind of really fully dipped out and became a car salesman for like 2 years. And I was just trying to pay the bills and keep... what good that did. I was trying to not lose my house. Man, sometimes I can't believe that I went out and did that industry. Wow, so weird. What a waste of time. But I missed a lot of stuff. And I had no idea he did that. I didn't know he went and talked to some kind of shaman or whatever and did all that. Is that why he started saying, because the shaman that's why he started saying shama? I didn't know that. I need to look into that. That's crazy. So that's why Jiri kept saying that weird stuff. I'm no Izzy fanboy, but I enjoyed his weirdness. It's hard for me to, I gotta respect and understand that, because I say the same stuff, saying that I love the freak show. I could get where you're coming from. So it was shaman, man, shaman. Marloco, I will be lurking for about 20 minutes. I'm driving home. Heck yeah. We're just going to talk at you for a little bit. But she's probably home by the time I get to the bottom of the chat. Yeah, he's jumping in them. I guess they're called nettles. It's crazy, dude. He's so stupid. Marluca! I hope that she's not pocket donating. Because Marloca just said that she was going to be commuting. She was going to be driving on the way home. And then a little bit after that, she slaps down 5 Mexican martial arts memberships. This may be the first time ever in history that we have pocket gifted memberships. Thank you so much, Marloca. Junie. Is that OR? Junie or 2177. Danny TV. Caden Phillips 1382. Westish. And Edward Anor. Edward Anor. 123. Congratulations. Don't forget to get into that membership tab and take advantage of all the goodies hidden from the general public. Interstellar, that's what it's called, huh? What's up, Cuddles? Cuddles Knickerbocker? Yeah, Jiri, maybe Jiri needs to see that shaman. Kevin's Moon 3257. Master, glad you always call out the Volk BS with Ilya. 100%, bro. I'm assuming I'm assuming you're talking about how that's just full of asterisks all over it. You look at all them little, because asterisks are like basically like little stars, right? You look at that fight, it's full of asterisks like you're looking at the Milky Way, bro. It's shameful. It's shameful. That fight should have never even happened when it happened in the first place. That second Makhachev fight should have never happened when it happened in the first place. And people seem to forget how that fight was going before a concussed Volkanovski just happened to get caught. What the heck? So I'm holding a farting competition next week if you're interested. I plan to win it though. Yeah, that's true. I don't even remember. Yeah, I don't think I would ever. Dude, there's something that I keep seeing in my eye that's driving me crazy. I don't know if I got something in my eyelashes or hanging from my eyebrow or my beanie or what. It is driving me insane, man. My eyebrows are so, like, if I grab certain parts of my eyebrows and extend them, they're like, bro, they're like 4.5 inches long. So I gotta keep combing my eyebrows all the time. They always get in my eyes, dude. Yeah, I can't even imagine like wearing shorts out or like in public, or like I'm not a shorts dude. I don't like I don't know, I just feel naked. I think I'd rather be naked than wear shorts, which I don't think that makes any sense, but that's just the truth. You could take clips from your streams and make them shorts, funny moments, crazy moments. You know what I wanted to do, Dark Alley Recordings? I was thinking about that the other day. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to turn off the thing on the back end. Because you could do this on purpose. You could turn off on the back end when you upload videos. You could tell YouTube, do not notify my subscribers. That way you could just put out like 30 shorts in one day and they're not bugging people. Now they're just out there in the YouTube ether. Now they'll just be in the algorithm. People find them if and when they will. And I won't bug my subscribers. And I was like, bro, I stream so much. I'll just put out like 30 shorts a day. Just go crazy. And I was asking, because YouTube has a AI feature now that you can ask it questions and talk to it, and it'll try to help you with what you're doing and your analytics and all that. And it was basically telling me, like, you probably shouldn't do that because it's going to think you're a bot if you're uploading that much, and you might get your channel taken down. I'm like, what the heck? You can't be smart enough to know that I'm not a bot. Like, I'm even here talking with you about it. It's so annoying, man. So I'm like all down to do that, but then it's like, what am I going to do? Put up like 2 a day? Because then a lot of the time I'm putting up also like a regular length video, which who knows how long I'll keep doing that. But then I also stream. So it's like, how many uploads per day can I get away with? I'd like to cast a big wide net. I'd like to upload like 30 of them a day, bro. Just go crazy. You ever watch a stream back? I'm pretty sure you got some sort of Rets? Rets. What's Rets? Is that short for something? Tourette's? I never watch a stream back. I feel that seems super weird. Like being the one that does them. No, there's definitely times I've watched back my edited videos just to make sure they flow the way I want them to. But a stream, no. The only time I ever see streams back is if I'm clipping stuff. Oh, Maverick is flexing. Been a member for a month. Thank you, bro. It really does make a difference. It really does make a difference being in the membership, bro. It says something to YouTube, to the platform. It shows me on the back end. It lets me know that, you know, I could count on some stuff during the month, bro. Wait, Geodude, what's real? What did you Google? No, Tampa Tom, listen. He says, I'm a landscaper. Don't have your toys and stuff in my yard when I'm mowing. Listen. I'm one of the most, I'm not even joking. I'm one of the most thoughtful, considerate people you will ever meet. Like, I would never leave stuff in my yard when I know the landscapers are coming over. Like, I'll specifically move my car. Like, every day when I know that they're going to come the next day, I'll specifically park my car in a certain spot. Because I know that they like to use a certain area to take the mower onto the lawn. Like, I'm that far ahead of the game. I'll make sure I'll go out the day before, sometimes early the morning of. I'll make sure there's no balls, no toys, no dog toys, nothing. I'll get it all off the grass. I'll get it all out of the areas where they are. You know what these idiots do? They blow them off of like our ball, like there's like a little ball rack area. And they'll just blow indiscriminately like there's Stevie Wonder out there. They'll blow stuff off the patio area. They'll blow stuff like if they're trying to do it on purpose off the concrete patio. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. And then Marilena wanted to get this service because we had so many mosquitoes. We couldn't even go outside. So many mosquitoes. And I don't know if you guys have ever done this. They give you like these buckets and they fill them with a bunch of water and stuff. So they're pretty heavy. They're pretty heavy. Heavy enough. Every time they leave, I go out there, tipped over. It's like they go kick them over on purpose. Like again, like we're enemies or something. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I would have to like do it so intentionally to even knock these over. Because they're more than halfway filled with water. How is this possible? So they knock those buckets over. All the water comes out. And then all the little things they drop in there for the mosquitoes falls out. So now that's a waste. We have no more. And then they'll blow stuff off the ball rack out the patio, leave it. I mean, you could just kick a ball in or whatever. They'll leave the gate a little bit open. It's crazy, man. When they're blowing by the front door, like the little mat, you clean your shoes or whatever, they'll blow it and it'll flip over. And they'll just leave it flipped over. You gotta be an animal to do stuff like that, man. If I was a landscaper, I think I could go and flip it back over. They'll do that like week after week. They'll flip over. It's all half flipped over and it's like on the bench now. They just leave it. They just walk away. It's disgusting, man. Can't stand it. Disco! Samesy. I don't own anymore. To be yet again. Let's do it, Disco. Let's do it, bro. Let's make a pact right now. I just watched. It's because of a movie we watched last night. I'm thinking about making pacts now. I haven't made a pact in a long time. I miss making pacts. Shoot. Chris Vaughn, bro, this channel needs to be in the algorithm. It's so much more than an MMA channel. It's the MMA channel, in my opinion. Chris Vaughn, please let the people know. Let the people know. I don't know who these people are. I should just dojo storm YouTube, huh? Aren't they over there in Los Angeles, in the Los Angeles area somewhere? I should just go dojo storm over there. Be like, what? You know who I am. You know what you did on my channel. Thank you, Chris Vaughn. Wait, Geodudes. Oh, wait, so you used to like Pereira? I'm just always dancing in and out of different conversations. It's kind of difficult sometimes. Thank you, Nature Lady Michigan. I think we all are. I think sometimes people say that and they act like it's a point of pride or like they're saying like a mic drop kind of sentiment. But I think we're all our own worst critic, right? And by the way, for those of you who aren't, just know you should be. Everyone should be their own worst critic. If not, then we end up like Alex Pereira. After that, he started saying Chama. I was like, he's saying Shama because he's giving props to shamanism. Do you think so, bro? I mean, you can't spell shamanism without Shama, right? Right? I mean, you also can't spell shamanism without Nism. But he's not going around saying Nism. So I feel like there's enough there for us to work with. It's like it's kind of like a mantra, right? It's almost like a voodoo kind of. I get that, man. It's like goose vraba. It's like Jai Guru Deva, right? Imagine if he came out, and he's like Jai Guru Deva. That'd be crazy. Bro, I've been a security guard for the past 10 years. A homeless man threatened to stab me and charged me. So I pepper sprayed him and I got fired. Trust me, I know what a waste of time feels like. Oh, 10 years? 10 years. And you got... How, dude? Are you in California? I would, bro, I would just like to be you for like 2 minutes and just like, oh, dude. Hey, stupid. What did you give me the pepper spray for? Was I supposed to spray it on my lunch? What am I supposed to do with this? So dumb. Bro, I think you got a case. I think you got a case right there, bro. Why the heck would they give you pepper spray then? That's them. That's their liability then. That's crazy. James Bishop, not a pocket dono. I love them intentionals. Thank you, man. That's so dirty. Thank you, James. I heard that Walmart loss prevention lets you go hands-on. Bro, we should do that, huh? Just to get some work in? Just work at a Walmart in a really bad area? That's crazy, man. Yeah, see? Fired for defending your life on the job? You could sue, dude. Stupid, man. Being an unarmed security guard is crazy. Heck yeah, man. It's too much of a target. People are idiots, man. Yep. As soon as you said that, I was like, bro has to live in Califas. That's dirty, man. So stupid. What did Makachev Chase do to... I don't know. Is Sonnen mad at him? I didn't even know that. I know, look, I was a gigantic Makachev fan. Gigantic. And look, man, it's hard to say this without sounding like a hater. It's like impossible. Because Strickland fans are the kind of fans that like they won't let you get away with this. Like there's no in between. There's no understanding there. But so I was a big Makachev fan. And now I'm like off. I don't care who he fights. I don't care when he fights. It's like he's dead to me. It's over. The way that he showed up, or I guess didn't show up in that fight, it's like, no. That was too much, bro. That was too much. I could never root for you again. That was despicable. And I know if you say it a certain way to Strickland fans, it's just going to sound like you're coping, you know? And it's hard because it's like, hey, whatever credit to Strickland. We saw him do what he did to people like Adesanya or whatever. But no Makachev that we've ever known or seen or experienced in any way, from any footage, from anything we've ever seen or known or experienced, showed up to that fight. So it's like, if only the Makachev that we've seen in any other fight of his life ever would have shown up, it would have been different. But it was almost to the point, and again, you can't say this to a Strickland fan, but it was so extreme. That's why people were saying, I think this is fixed. I think it was a work. I think he took a dive. I think they're trying to set up a whatever. I think it was because of betting. I don't know. But it was crazy. It was like so bad to the point where like, do you even train, bro? So yeah, I mean, I can't blame anyone being mad at, wait a minute. Bro, I'm the biggest racist. This dude said Makachev, and I was talking about Chamoya for 20 minutes. Oh, I'm like that one reporter. When Chamoya was like, I don't know. I've never been to Dagestan. Dude. Oh my gosh. What an idiot. Okay, well, I guess now you know how I feel about Chamoyev. And I have no idea why Chale is mad at Makachev. Oh my gosh. No, I'm 19. ARJR has blessed DB9206. Thank you, dude. Thank you. You guys like Ambrosia? You're the only woman I've been dreaming of. Thank you, ARJR. David Zimmerman. My mom was visiting me during UFC Freedom 250 and she got mad about Josh Hokett's Mike Obama comment. I thought it was funny. It's not like he called her a terrorist or the N-word. Imagine if he would have. Oh my gosh. That would have been different. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I'll say it again. I know people are trying to walk it back now and they're trying to do damage control or whatever because maybe certain people have sponsorships or whatever. They're trying to get TV deals. I don't know. But when you go back and watch it, and I have, when you go back and watch the footage, everybody's face that you can see anywhere. They could have been a ref, a official, a security guard, a judge, a med guy, commission, fans, camera people. Everybody was laughing. And then several seconds after, when he's still walking around and walking out, everyone still has the smile, the residual smile left over from the laughing. And now, oh, yeah. You could hear them laughing. You could see them laughing. You could see them smiling. And again, I said this the other day. That laughing, that smiling, it wasn't a unanimous, like, yeah, we all feel the exact same super uber political way and have all this kind of hatred that's directed very specifically. No, it was just, hey, that's funny. That's a funny thing to have done. And people keep saying that it was the wrong time, wrong place, wrong setting. That was the perfect time and place and setting. That's what made it that funny. Do you know what makes certain things way, way, way more funnier than they would have been otherwise? The irreverence level added to that. When it becomes irreverent. If you say that joke, think about it. If Josh Hokett would have said that joke with a couple buddies in a locker room, it's not as funny. There's no stakes. Nobody cares. One of his friends would have been like, we all know that. Everybody talks about that. That's like 2009 type. Like what? But to say that when and where he did, that's what made it funny. So and then, dude, when I had never heard of Michael Robinson, believe it or not. A lot of you probably would think that I'd be very well read on that. I had never heard of Michael Robinson. And when I went and started watching some of those videos, I was like, how is anybody defending this? And now I know. Now I know why they killed Joan Rivers. She knew too much and she spoke to... Joan Rivers walked so that Josh Hokett could make Derek Lewis the all-time leader in getting knocked out in the UFC ever at UFC Freedom 250. I think that's the most concise way to put it. But I hope that didn't give you a hard time, David Zimmerman. I hope that everything got smoothed over and that you guys were all good. What is this, brother? Oh no! Wait, what the heck? What's going on here? What the? Marloca, I don't know if you know this.
My flow goes deep like the ocean.
I just got a donation on PayPal from Marloca.
Might hit the 3-wheel motion, cause I'm sipping on this green tea potion.
Marloca tried to throw down a donation and it says that it's pending. It doesn't want to let it go through. And it says that it's due to a security measure. I think, I don't know why they're trying to keep Marloca from donating. I don't know if they stopped her card or what happened. What's going on? And they don't want to give me any more information. Let me see if I can find out what's going on. This is ridiculous, man. It's not enough for YouTube to be burning me, huh? Now they're trying to do me like this too? Now YouTube's trying to mess me up? Why did it do that? I see the emoji, so I don't think I'll say... I see the emoji, so I'll take the hint. I don't think I'll say that. What? You did it like that? Oh my gosh. They were probably cracking up in there. Oh my gosh. Oh man, that's good. Hey, imagine they put some dude, like some big old dude named like Daryl. He's at the window. He's like, you rang? Someone says you was calling me. Oh my gosh. I'm never unarmed. I've got left loosey and righty tighty my biceps. I like how you spell Lucy. Like it's actually like that's funny, bro. Dark Alley Recordings, I think it has to do with people's algorithms and their habits. Because I definitely get notifications for shorts quite a bit. From everything that I'm aware, YouTube will cater to each person's habits. And if they see that you're watching a lot of shorts, then they'll send you shorts notifications. But I wouldn't be surprised if you told me you wake up in the morning and watch shorts till you go to bed and they still don't send you notifications. Because YouTube does some of the dumbest, most illogical stuff. James Bishop, they blow indiscriminately. Wait, what? What did I... Oh, did I say that about the landscapers? What the heck? I feel like that I should have caught myself. I'm telling you, bro, we're going to have enough material. I should make a book, bro. The Tao of Mexican martial arts. Yeah, dude, that's dangerous. Lazy left hand. Yeah, Geodudes. And the stupid landscapers just knock them all over the place, man. Like, they don't even care. Hey, Tampa Tom, you're being a punk, dude. That's just stupid right there. That is ridiculous. Close your own gate? You opened it. What are you talking about? Tampa Tom, okay. This is, you guys are like loan sharks or what? Like what kind of people are landscapers? Like, I wouldn't be surprised if I looked out the window and I saw him peeing somewhere on the patio. This is just inhumane, dude. Close your own gate? You're trolling. You're probably not even a landscaper. You're a dentist. This is insane. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw him digging up one of the plants so he could take him to his own backyard. It's just crazy, man. It makes no sense. David Zimmerman. I'm gonna be thinking about that when I try to sleep tonight. Close your own gate? That put me over the edge. Dang, GM, your landscaper sounds like Gavin Newsom, blowing everything in sight. Wait, is that a thing? Did that come out? Did he come out? Dang, thank you. Thank you, David Zimmerman. Thank you, man. Yeah, you know what? I like the metaphor because he's like keeping the water from the farmers and stuff like that, knocking over all my mosquito water. I like the metaphor, bro. ARJR, blessing Brandon Fenger, 8858.
We are family.
I got Brandon Fenger with me. Thank you, ARJR. We growing today, man. We growing today. Whoa. Whoa, Melancholy, the artist formerly known as Melancholy Martial Arts. What happened? What happened? I'm no longer fighting the melancholy. I'm just learning to live with it. If you ever enter YouTube HK yelling, you know who I am, Zuckerberg will call security with a quick... Zuckerberg? Wait a minute. Zuckerberg ain't in cahoots with YouTube now, is he? Are you kidding me? That would start to make a lot of sense. Maybe getting arrested at the YouTube office is exactly the pop that you need. Walmart and Compton always hiring. Shoot, man. Yeah, lazy left hand. He really quadrupled down on that, didn't he? Marloca. Oh, there it is. There it is. Marloca says, I got a large coffee from McDonald's. I said, can I have a large black coffee? Black in a low voice. Oh! I thought you meant something else when you said that. I thought the execution was much different. Oh, you mean like black? Oh, I thought Okay. Now I get it. Oh my goodness. Because she was saying black so that she wouldn't be offensive. She asked if she could have a large black coffee. Oh my goodness. I'm twisted. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think I'm almost speed running through yes, David Zimmerman, timing. Like Steve Martin said, the key to comedy is timing. You had to be there. Christian Garcia. Oh dang, like that, James? You're going for Ian Gary Machado? Mike Alfieri, free Marloca! Free Marloca till it's backwards. Thank you, Mike Alfieri. ARGR, she whispers black. Call back to your video, GM. Yeah, I took that way differently. I thought she went, yeah, you guys are, I don't need to say it again. I thought it was a different way. I thought it was the different way. Yeah, someone comes into your room, leaves the door open. Yeah, a bunch of Neanderthals, man. It's crazy. Oh, dang it. Did Tampa Tom say something stupid? I didn't even see it. Disco! At the 4 a.m. coffee pot, I said, I like it black!
Amazing.
Marloca. Ah!
What?
Oh. Disco, lowest voice of the day. Lowest voice of the day is the first words you say. Yeah, man, I can't even tell you how many times like someone has called me in the morning, like back when I used to work, like a boss or like especially Marilena. And I do everything like to not sound like I just woke up. Like sometimes, cause Marilena, like, yeah, I'm not gonna get into it too much, but she would love it if I had a normal schedule, you know. And sometimes I wake up like hours later than I should, honestly, by all accounts. And I'll feel the phone ringing and she's calling. And I'm like, this is me. I swear I do this. And pretend that the phone ringing woke me up. Hey, what's up? You know, has anybody ever done anything like that? And you know why I'm doing that, right? Because if I don't do that, I'll go, hello. And you can hear it in the person's voice. I've done that so many times when a phone call has woken me up so that they can't tell that I was asleep. It's always Marilena. I remember, okay, so when I used to work in car sales, there was a time when I had a very unique position. And I kind of went in whenever I wanted to. Because I was doing kind of good, and I got this position where I was like kind of making my own schedule, but also this one manager always still wanted me to come in at a certain time, which was weird and didn't make any sense. So when he would call me, I would get like all like, dang it. But I do that all the time with Marilena. Can anybody relate to that? Thank you, Nature Lady Michigan, for encouraging these people. You could close your own gate and time out. My gate is forever closed. Ain't no one gated. That's another thing I hate about like landscapers and stuff, Star Viper. I don't want anybody even looking, like don't even look at my gate. Like I don't want anyone coming into my yard. And I know it's not my yard because I'm renting and it hurts. I'm not used to that. But it's like, I remember when I used to have, we had some people that would come and like service like certain things in the backyard. And like we had a pest guy at the last house because we had subflooring, and subfloors, like it could be a headache or like a nightmare with like insects and critters and stuff. And I had it, I did it in a very nice way, but it was like, please call me or text me I wanted us to be on a schedule that they were gonna be there like at this day every week, or call like I don't want anybody unexpectedly showing up in my backyard. I don't know if my kids are going to be back there. I'm going to be back there suntanning in the nude or something like that. I don't want anybody just rolling up in my backyard without any kind of heads up whatsoever. And I think the only kind of people that would have the nerve to speak out against that are the kind of people that do that kind of stuff for a living. Because no reasonable person who's a homeowner or renting or whatever just wants someone unexpectedly busting through the gate. That's crazy. And I remember the guy was super cool. He would text me every week. And I was like, hey, yeah, man, thank you. I appreciate it. What's up? But people that think that you could just, that's so crazy to me, man. The most human experience on earth is answering the phone like you didn't just wake up. Yeah. I felt like it would be relatable. I missed the whole close your gate thing. Why are we closing our own gates? Dang, Jim, waking up the whole city just not to sound groggy. The whole thing, Melancholy, was I was talking about landscapers that I have. And I always make it a point to let people know I don't have landscaper money. The people that own this house insist. I wanted to get rid of the landscapers. I said, I'll do it myself, and they don't want to let us. They insisted we have landscapers, and they always blow all our stuff out the yard. And it's not stuff that's on the lawn. I made it clear. I don't leave stuff on the lawn. I go clear the lawn every time the day before I know the landscapers are going to come over because I don't want to be rude. But they'll like blow stuff off the patio. They'll blow chairs out of place. They'll knock over mosquito stuff, the little buckets we have to kill the mosquitoes. They'll blow stuff off the ball rack, and it'll be like outside the gate. They can't even roll it back in. They'll flip the front mat over and just leave it all flipped over. They'll leave the gate open. I'm like, what the heck? Are you guys blind? I would never do that if I was at someone's house. It's so rude. I put on an extra sleepy voice to let it be known that you're bothering me. That is amazing. I've done that once or twice when it was like someone that was not Marilena. Yeah. Kind of a, hey, you could text me kind of a voice, ARJ. I don't think you'd get that butthurt if you talked trash about welders. It's not that serious. We're here for fun, folks. Oh, he says, I don't think I'd get that butthurt if you talk trash about welders. Also, he got emotional because he got emotional because he wants to do his job like a caveman that has no respect for people's living spaces. I've gotten that kind of vibe from people who do certain kinds of work. Like, I think I've noticed that with people who go from house to house to house to house to house, they're so jaded and they become numb to it that it's like they have such a disdain for the people that live there that they just have no respect for any of their things. It's like, hey, bro, I never did anything to violate you or offend you, or like, what's your problem? Like, it's so weird, man. I think you just get so unnaturally used to being in other people's spaces that you lose any kind of consideration for it. You know how like when you go to someone's house for the first time ever, you're wondering like, what kind of house is this? Are these the kind of people that like don't eat and drink in the living room? Do they have nice couches? Are we supposed to avoid walking over all their throw rugs? Are we supposed to take shoes off? And then there's some people that they're at people's houses so much all the time, in and out of different homes, that they're just like, it's just like a doctor that's so used to seeing people die all the time. They're just like, I don't care. And it's like, hey, bro, maybe you feel like that, unfortunately. But that's not my life experience. You got to find a way to respect how I feel. And I know you could act like you don't care because you got a bunch of other clients. But if I was the one paying you, I would not pay you anymore. And don't ever come back here again. And I'm leaving an angry review. No, GM, I absolutely hate phone calls, so my phone is usually dead. Easier that way. Yeah. I love, man, the power in just putting the phone in do not disturb. But yeah, also turning it off. It feels so good, bro. Great Boppolini. The great Boppolini. Look at that. Look at that beautiful little gringo right there. I love it, man. Coming in with this green card like that. Flexing. I missed you, GM. I missed you, GM. I missed you, bro. I missed you. You know what, Great Boppolini? I'm going to be honest. I don't really know what it stems from. I don't know if there's some kind of lore or some kind of meme or something like that. There's a lot of people that have your profile photo. And I probably sound like an idiot saying that because people are going to be like, you don't know what that's from? I don't know. But there was actually somebody in one of my comment sections, I don't know how, a couple weeks ago, that said something like really negative. And I was like, because for a second I thought it was you. And I was like, that's not the great Boppolini. This has got to be a terrible Boppolini. But it wasn't a Boppolini at all when I read the name. But yeah, I'm glad to see you here, man. Melancholy. Apparently landscapers leave GM's gates. Oh, that's what he was telling them. David Zimmerman. If I get a call from an unknown number, I answer, North Florida bail bonds. Are you currently in jail or calling on behalf of someone else? Yeah, for those of you that don't remember, once I left car sales, I went into, gosh, don't hate me. Don't hate me. I went into solar for a little bit and I made an obscene amount of phone calls. And you know what? I used to say, and I stand by it, like some of the most despicable people that walk this earth, that I just have no sympathy for, that are just the scum of the earth, are like child predators and door-to-door salesmen. And now landscapers. And, a close fourth is probably telemarketers, which I don't think is even remotely as bad as door-to-door salespeople. Because just don't answer your phone. Like, I remember I used to, and I'm not saying this to you, David Zimmerman, because I like what you're doing with it. But I remember there was a time, and, don't hate me, when I was doing it, and it was like, man, I spent so much of my life thinking these people were scum. Just calling people and bothering them until I found myself in a position in life where I had nowhere else to turn. And this was the only way I could make my living. And I hated myself and it was embarrassing and I felt disgusting. And I felt like I wanted to cry every time someone actually answered the phone. And I was like, I know I'm bothering you. I'm sorry. Is your energy bill higher than you'd like it to be? It was terrible, man. But I have like this newfound, like, I feel bad for them now. I feel bad. Because I know what it's like. But yeah, I still get mad and I block them and I don't answer. Yeah, I get it. But I had people answer the phone. I went through a lot of different positions when I was selling cars because I was doing okay. And then I went through this kind of cushy position where I was just sitting in an office taking inbound calls all day. From people who actually wanted to buy a car, which is pretty nice. But then in the downtime, I'd have to make outgoing calls. And I called this lady one time, and she was telling me this crazy... She was talking like this. She's like, hello? And she must have recognized the number because we probably called her a million times. And she was like, I currently can't do that right now. I have blood all over my hands. And I was like... And as soon as she said that, I was like, oh, let's go. Because I was bored, it was boring there. And she starts telling me how there was like a dead body and she was figuring out what to do with it and she was going to put it in her trunk and all that. And I'm not saying this because I just watched I Know What You Did last night and I'm inspired by it. And no, she said this and she was like talking about disposing of a body and this and that. Obviously, she was trying to have some fun with me because she hates telemarketers. But I'm telling you, David Zimmerman, some of them will get a kick out of it, bro, because they hate their lives. And it's so nice to hear someone else on the other line not just cussing you out, but actually trying to have some fun with it. So some people, I mean, that's amazing, bro. Some people might have like enjoy that. And these people have quotas. People are looking at how many phone calls they make. And every once in a while, it's nice to just have a little break of someone actually talking with you and messing with you. I had a dude one time that wanted to fight with me. On the phone, I called him about solar. And I was asking him, are you experiencing this? And he's like, what you need to know about my business, man? He's like, where are you at? Why don't you tell me your business? Where are you? I'm going to get in my truck right now. I'm going to come find you right now. I was like, are you serious, bro? Are you serious? I was like, I'm at 6329 Arizona Street. I'm actually in New Mexico. It was weird, man. People, yeah. But I like what you're doing, bro. You know how many people cussed at me and yelled at me, man? Dude. I remember I'd have this go-to line that I would use all the time. Like when people were being angry with me and I knew there was no going back. If they would yell at me and be aggressive, they would be in like a really high volume tone and just angry. And I would tell them in the calmest voice I could, because it's going to make them even madder. I would go, sir, I feel like you're this upset because your energy bill's so high. And I would be like, this is exactly the reason I'm trying to help you. Once you get to that point where you have nothing to lose and they already hate you, it's kind of fun. Oh my gosh. Or they'd hang up on me and I would call back and be like, hi, I think we accidentally got disconnected. I'm not sure if that was me or you. Yeah. I know it's annoying, but you get a little bit delirious, Whew. I do not have landscaper money. I don't want to put that narrative out there. Marloca says 40. Let's go. Thank you. Hit that 40. Round it up. I will never understand defending an entire job. No, wait. Oh, I will never understand defending an entire job, race, religion, sports team, etc. No matter what. Everyone represents everything different. How could you possibly defend that? Not saying that you're doing that, Jim. I find it crazy when people do that. Hold on. Let me read that again. I think you're referring to the, I think you're riffing off of when I was, are you talking about the telemarketer thing? By the way, I hope you don't think I was doing that, David Zimmerman. I was just making it about me and being a narcissist. It just took me back in time. But I love what you're doing. I think that's funny. And I think that's one of the nicest things you could do. Because I really did get yelled at and cussed at a lot. If somebody would have answered the phone and said that, I would have been like, I respect that. I like what you're doing. I get it. I'm annoying. Like, I get it, man. But melancholy, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to respond to that. Because even though from my own experience, I could understand, because I'm back to not being a telemarketer. And you know what? Earlier today, I was sitting down and I literally blocked like 6 different numbers that keep telemarketing me. And because it's annoying. But I remember being one and being like, I hate my life. I hate this. I don't like bugging people. This is terrible. I know people will say, well, then just stop and get a real job. I was trying to. I put in applications. This is the only thing available. I tried. But I don't think I would ever, blindly defend, I don't know. Because it is annoying. It is obviously harder for me when you start talking about, religion, about faith. But I also don't blindly... I wouldn't ever say I blindly defend my faith because I don't think you should have blind faith. I think you should be able to articulate your faith. But yeah, that's one of the things now. Like I remember being a telemarketer and people would answer their phone and be like, "Why do you keep calling me? I don't know." And I would be like, and I would say, "Why did you answer your phone?" And I would tell them, "I don't like telemarketers either. I don't answer my phone." You know telemarketers exist, right? They're never going to go away because most telemarketing is AI bots now. And that's the future, right? So they're not going away. Just don't answer your phone. I think you gotta be like a low. And again, I'm not saying you're doing this, David Zimmerman, because you're doing what you're doing very intentionally. So this excludes David Zimmerman. But I always used to think and say, and I still do, you gotta be like the most lonely. Like it seems so pathetic to me. I can't even get in the mindset of a person that sees their phone ringing, doesn't know who it is. They don't recognize, bro. When my phone rings, I'll know who it is and not even want to answer it. I can't ever get in the mindset of someone that sees their phone ringing and they're like, I don't know this number. Hello? What? Are you in a movie in the 1950s? Who answers their phone? When they don't even know who, like, what did you think was going to happen? Did you think it was going to be Ed McMahon and you won some kind of money? You have the nerve to get upset? Don't answer the phone. Unbelievable, man. By the way, I tried not to get distracted, but I saw that someone's being very generous in the PayPal.
My flow goes deep like the ocean. Burn so hard, grab the lotion. I might hit the 3-wheel motion.
Disco Golf Hutch! Disco Golf Hutch in the PayPal with 25 big ones. He says, Pacts have been made. Pacts have been made. Lives will be changed. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, bro. I haven't made a pact since I was like a teenager, bro. Thank you, man. I love it, Disco. Leon Enriquez. Are you a Christopher Nolan fan, GM? Number 41. Woo, woo. You know what? I was just thinking about this the other day, and I remember it was gonna be one of my major points in a video. I don't know. I don't know if it's like interesting for you guys to hear about stuff like this or if it's like, who cares? I put out a video yesterday about referees and about how there's a big problem how they're being such a forefront of how they're starting to be such a forefront of the sport. I don't think I said that correctly. They're starting to be they're in the beginning stages of I think what's happening right now is I'm noticing a trend that they are for one reason or another at the forefront of I give up. I've noticed that they're more talked about and popular and focused on than they should be. I do like that. One of the rare things that I like that Big John McCartney said was, you should be able to watch a fight and not even remember afterwards who's the referee. They stayed out of it. And I was going to try to make some kind of a metaphor between UFC refs and directors. And who the real stars are. And I noticed I didn't really like where the metaphor was going. And what I'm getting at is, I've never, ever, ever been a fan, and I will never understand it, of directors. To me, it's such a slap in the face to the writer. To me, like any movie that Christopher Nolan has directed, I'm like, that's cute. Who wrote it? Because somebody had to write. Now, if Christopher Nolan writes his movies, then I'm going to feel like an idiot. But every time somebody makes such a big deal of a director, I'm like, you know what they did was take some fantastic piece of writing that someone else birthed and said, oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. So you stand here and you stand over there, and we'll need to do this in a Victorian home. And let's put a Subaru out in the front. Can you make this face? You can make that face. Perfect. Hold that. Can you hold a sandwich? I will never get that. I will never understand that. To me, it's like the writer conceived this. The writer brought this to life. The director just went, eh. Now, people like Woody Allen, people who actually write it, and the dude, that I will never, I can't believe, like, that would drive me crazy. It's like if I'm making something, I gotta write it and direct it. I gotta let the people know what, this is my brainchild. I gotta let the people know how to bring this to life because I wrote it. So I will never, I just don't get it, man. I guess the answer is no. Door to door is so invasive. Why is it legal? I don't, you know what? Okay, so I was working with people who would, I only ever experienced a door-to-door shift one time ever. Because they had me shadow someone and all I did was observe. Oh my gosh, it was brutal. It was brutal. We got yelled at by some old lady. It was brutal. But I was going to be like a phone call guy because I did really well when I was doing the phones at the car dealership. So I was going to be the phone guy. And when I did that shadowing thing and even though I didn't go door to door, I worked with and spoke with a lot of people who did. And they loved it. Apparently, they got a kick out of it when they'd go to houses that had no soliciting signs. To them, it was like, mwah. They loved it. And they would even say these weird things like, oh, those are the best ones. They don't even know what they want. They don't know that they want this. And then when you get them to buy, it's even better. It's more rewarding feeling because they didn't even want you there. And it was just, it was sick, man. And I never saw it be successful. It was like, in theory, they'd found a way to make it make sense. It's crazy, man. I don't know. It's the same with like, that not being illegal. It's the same with like trespassing. Did you know? Now, I don't know. It might be different state to state. But I had to spend quite a bit of time learning the law in California. Did you know that when someone could just chill out and just have a picnic on your lawn if they wanted to? They could just hang out, bring their boombox and everything. And it's not until you go out and tell them, I don't want you here, you're trespassing, please leave. Then it's like, okay, now they've been approached. But other than that, you could be at work, they'll just come chill out, take a nap on your lawn, and they're good. They didn't do anything wrong. Nobody came out and let them know, hey, by the way, I don't want you here. It's crazy. Dude, I remember years ago, one of my neighbors came over and did some Christmas caroling at my house. And I didn't know what to do. I did not know. I was stuck. I was frozen. And I was like, are they waiting for a tip? I genuinely didn't know. I opened the door. And the dude that rang the doorbell was running back. And then, oh, let them, and I'm standing there in my boxers like. And then they finished the song and I was like. And then they start singing again. And I was like Luke Rockhold. And then they start singing another song. And I was like. And then they start singing another song. And I was like, what the heck, man? I'm warming up my burritos, dude. And I'm just like, and then they finished. And then they stopped singing. So then I didn't go like that again because I was like, they're going to sing another one. But they didn't. And they just stood there frozen, just staring at me. And it was like if this wasn't a show, the camera would have cut back and forth several times. I was looking at them. They were looking at me. And then I was like, and then I clapped long enough, and then I thought that was going to be like, all right, good night. And they just stayed there. And then I was like, do they want money? I don't have money. They're the ones coming to me with all this Christmas spirit. I'm starting to wonder if they have money for me. And they just stayed there. It was like something from a movie. And I start like backing up like, okay, maybe I'll just close the door now. And they're just there. And then they kind of start very slowly dispersing as if they're very, like begrudgingly, like if they're disappointed. And then I'm like, I think they wanted money. And I thought that was very unfair. Like I didn't expect you. I didn't sign up for this. You don't even know my situation. I still don't know if I was supposed to tip them. I don't know if I was supposed to sing back. But they seemed very disappointed. Has anyone here ever caroled? Are you supposed to pay them? I sold insurance by cold calls. My stomach would get knotted up before and at work. Yeah, dude. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Like the people don't understand. Like I didn't want people to answer the phone. Every time someone answered the phone, I'd go. Okay, I kind of understand why you hate door-to-door salesmen. Salesmen get a rude response, but child predators get the wood chipper. Yeah, I mean, I would probably give it to both of them, but I understand. I think you're a better person than me. I understand. I think that's fair. ARJR, the gifter giveth, and he taketh away. Oh, behave. I watched I Know What You Did Last Summer and got inspired. Oh, no. I had a girlfriend who actually bought something from a door-to-door salesman. Up until that point, I thought they were robots with skin suits on. He still might have been. Wow. She could have got killed, dude. UFC Spacey. OMG, speaking of weird calls, I swear, one time I saw an unknown number call my phone. I decided to answer and was going to yell at them and picked up and was like, hello, who is this? So you called the audible real quick. And I was so caught off guard. I was like, wait, what? I was like, excuse me? And then he did an evil villain laugh. Wait, what? I missed something. I think you cut something off. I decided, okay. One time I saw an unknown number call my phone and I decided to answer and was going to yell at them. And I picked up and was like, hello, who is this? And the caller said, I'm looking for Christina Richard Head. I missed that one. And I was so caught off guard. I was like, excuse me? Then he did an evil villain laugh and said, ha 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 ha, I'm kidding. I'm a scammer and I was having a bad day and wanted to make myself laugh. I'm a scammer? He said scammer. Oh my gosh. That is good. That is good. I know that there must... That's funny. I know there must have been times when I proactively did stuff like that just because you really get delirious at a certain point. You really do get numb. You get full-blown numb and jaded like Tampa Tom style. And I don't know if I ever did anything that crazy, but trying to think. Oh, I know one thing I would do all the time. If someone answered with a negative, like, hello, like they knew this number, because it's different. Long story short, the way that the numbers call out, I might not have ever even called them, but someone else might have called them and they recognized that number. They would answer like that, and I would just hang up, and I would just be like, I don't got time for you. I would say that. Or sometimes, if they were aggressive enough, I would be like, never mind. Or, nothing. I would just be like, oh, gosh. I don't know, man. I think I tried to be more passive aggressive. I don't know. It doesn't make me look good, But I would get I know I'm the one that was interrupting their day. I understand that. But I hated my life so much, and I really did get so numb to it that I would get very sarcastic and just... No, I 100% said that to a ton of people. I'd have ladies yelling at me, dudes yelling at me, and I'd be like, sir, I kind of think the reason you're so upset is because of your large energy bill. I could help you with that. And they'd get so much more mad. Or they'd be like, you already called me from this number. And I'd be like, no, I didn't, sir. Believe me, I'm much more pleasant than the gentleman that must have called you yesterday. You just gotta have fun with it. Marloca, number 43, Marlo. What is that in the middle? Oh, a heart on fire. Dang, I don't think I ever saw that one before. Isn't that a song, Hearts on Fire, or something like that? ARJR, the wife shares the gospel with spam callers. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's good. Dude. This guy went on, that song, Stay in My Corner? That guy goes off on that vocal run, that vibrato forever. It's pretty good. That's good, ARJR. Leon Enriquez! You got to be able to articulate your faith. Legendary Grandmaster in Flow State. Yeah, man, ain't no blind faith around these pots. Thank you, bro. I hate those scammers that text you as if they were your old friend. Dude, somebody has been doing that to me. Dude, they made me laugh the other day, actually, though. I gotta hand it to them. So I'm gonna read one to you. You know how they do that? So that's the thing that people do. I'm sure you guys know that by now. They'll text you as if they're your old friend, and they'll say the most mundane things just to get a response out of you, and then they try to keep it going from there. Or they'll say something wild just to incite a response. Okay. So someone started off sending me a text in January of 2025. They sent me a text. By the way, probably trying to get me in trouble with Marilena, too. I don't know. I don't know who this is. I don't know if it's a telemarketer. I don't know if it's someone just being an idiot. I don't know. They sent me a message. All it said was, "You home?" That's all it said. "You home?" Then, a couple months later, they said, "Any fruit?" with the question mark. Any fruit. So they said, "You home?" Which is bad enough. Bad enough. Then it said, "Any fruit?" Fruit? No fruit. But of course I'm not responding to these. And then they sent a message that said, "I'm here." It just said, "I'm here." Then they sent one several months later that just says, "Here." Then they sent one a few months later that said, "You around?" Then they sent one a couple months later that said, "Here." Then they sent a message about a year later. No. Yeah, it was a long time. That said, "Can you get X or Molly?" Quite a tone change. Can you get X or Molly? Which I can't. And then a couple weeks later, they just said 40? Just the number 40 with the question mark. 40? And then after all that, "Yeah, hey, you home?" Just trying to make it look suspicious, like I'm up to no good. "You home? I'm here. You around? I'm here. Can you get X or Molly?" After all that, a couple weeks ago, they send a message that says, "Happy Father's Day." That was funny. That one, like whoever this was, I feel like they have a sense of humor. That one was funny. And they haven't said anything since then. That was a good one. I mean, I guess it could be like a weird automated thing where they just know to say stuff on holidays. But this person has been texting me for like maybe almost 2 years. I don't know. And they didn't say anything on any other holidays. So I thought that was funny. Oh, dang it. He's alive. Angel Padilla just threw down 10 big ones in the PayPal. Angel, bro. Bro, I've been having a stomach ache for you, bro. We've been feeling bad. I didn't know if you were in trouble. We didn't know what happened after last night, bro. It's so good to see you. Thank you for throwing down in the PayPal, dude. Thank you, man. Dude, we were talking about you earlier. Julio Rodriguez, it's a beautiful day to be alive. Julio, are you in love or what? What happened? And thank you for reminding us who forget that. David Zimmerman, if a door-to-door salesman makes it past my gate, no trespassing sign, and 2 big pit bulls, I'm giving them a medal. Past the gate, and you got a no trespassing sign and 2 big pit bulls. Dude. I could just see, like, I already understand the mindset of those stupid dudes. You have all that. You have the gate. You have the no trespassing sign. You have the pit bulls. And in that stupid door-to-door salesman's mind, all he's hearing is dun, 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 just tying his shoes. He's trying to jump over that cage like he's in the Sandlot. People are dumb, man. They just have no intelligence. They're ridiculous, dude. Christopher Nolan writes along with his brothers, the screenplays to their movies. But I hear myself, and I'm not really promoting him or anything, but I hear myself, and I'm just curious, Jam. So now, now I feel like an idiot for going on so long about that. So I'll say this. That's very, very respectable. Very respectable. So now let me, like, what is he? I still haven't seen Interstellar, and I really want to. I can't believe I haven't watched Oppenheimer because I really wanted to watch that. Inception was amazing. I was looking forward to watching The Odyssey, but now I'm like, I don't know. I've heard some weird stuff about it, and I think it's just gonna be another one of those. Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna watch The Odyssey. I'd probably rather watch Ellen Page box Jake Paul than watch The Odyssey. But yeah, I mean, Batman. If Christopher Nolan wrote Inception like that alone, okay, I must be a fan. Like that, dude. Whoever writes a door-to-door salesman could write Inception, and I'd probably like him. Like that's some talent right there. Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. Oh, your town has a law against door-to-door? You must live in a nice town. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Wow, man. That's nice. I mean, I am being a little bit dramatic, Killamon. I understand that. I mean, I'm sure that there are some writers who not only would never want to be on set and play the directorial role, but maybe that's a strength that they don't have. Now, me, being the control freak that I am, I know that if I'm writing a script, I got to be there breathing down the neck of every aspect of everything that's happening. But some people aren't like that. So then I guess you have to have people who are talented enough to be able to do that translating. So I get that. Rotten dog. You've been listening too closely, bro. Oh my gosh. They wanted a sing-off? It's like a dance battle? Horror movie with psychotic carolers. Yeah, dude, they were just frozen there. It was weird. They were just trying to add to the posse. They wanted me to go join them in my boxers. Dang. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, shoot. Hold up. Where am I at? Who you got, Gaethje or Max in a rematch? I can't see it not being Gaethje. I think I talked about this the other day. Gaethje, let me bring it up right here. Dustin Gaethje. So the other day I was talking about this right here. By the way, it's so cool. Like, I don't know. I spend a lot of time because of what I do, hopping in and out of different people's Wikipedias. Like, I spend a lot of time there. And it's so cool. After what happened, this is his Wikipedia photo now. That's pretty solid, dude. Imagine that being your Wikipedia photo. Dang it. Good for him, man. But I talked about this the other day. And look, you got... Remember, I've always clowned on Dustin Gaethje, and I've always called him a walking, breathing haymaker, a rock'em sock'em fighter. Just no IQ, no intelligence. Why the heck does he fight like this? He even admits, I'm going to get knocked out. That's the kind of fighter I am. Eventually, I'll get knocked out. That's just my style. And I think, well, that's dumb. Be better than that. If you're even saying that. So he had that reputation. And when you fight like that, you're going to win some. you're going to lose some. That's just how it goes. And, just like a lot of people do when they're not at that UFC level competition yet, he went on quite a run. And he did something that Ilia Tapoera will never be able to claim. He went 18-0. He went on an 18-0 run. That was Michael Johnson that made it 18-0. And then he got humbled, like Ilia did, by Eddie Alvarez. And Gaethje even admitted that he went in thinking he was everything, a little bit too cocky, a little bit too ego. And then he lost to Eddie, whatever. Lost to Alvarez, lost to Poirier. Then he went on, it was only a 4-fight run. It was only a 4, like now that we look back on it, it was only a 4-fight run. And one of them was against James Vick, who lost 5 in a row. He lost to, James Vick beat Abel Trujillo, Polo Reyes, Joseph Duffy, Francisco Trinaldo. And then he lost to Gaethje, Felder, Hooker, Price, Fialho. Lost 5 in a row. So Gaethje was undefeated in World Series of Fighting and Rage in the Cage, and then he beat Michael Johnson. Then he lost to Eddie. Then he lost to Poirier. He beats James Vick, who's on a 5-fight skid. Then he beats Barboza. Okay. Then he beats Cerrone. Come on, dude. Come on. Then he beat Ferguson. And, it was being treated like some kind of a legendary run. Lost to Khabib, beat Chandler. Come on. Lost to Oliveira. And then I think at that point, he had lost 2 title fights. And probably at that point was like, okay, it kind of hurts. It's kind of annoying to get that close twice and lose. He had the interim, didn't even like it, didn't even want to wear it. Made him feel disgusted. Lost the actual one twice. Then at that point, he's going up against Fiziev. And he figures, I got to do something different. So he starts fighting a lot more patiently, a lot more boring, but strategically, more intelligently. Beats Fiziev in a decision. Then he fights Poirier, and of course, he gets the KO, the head kick. He's going to be feeling himself after that. Of course he is. Then he's going to go back to that caution to the wind type of dude. He went on an 18-0 run, and then it was a little back and forth after that. Only lost to the people at the very top, the best of the best. Had a boring fight, and then head kicked Poirier, who was a fellow bridesmaid. Probably thought, oh, I'm back, baby, caution to the wind. Then he does the holiday fight. Terrible, just terrible from start to finish. The first round was okay before that kick right to the face that broke his nose. But, if you're going to fight the rest of the fight anyway, fight it better than you did, right? And then that didn't go the way he wanted to. So he says, okay, forget about the Poirier fight. I'm going to fight Fiziev like I fought him the first time. I'm going to be more strategic. And then he beats him again. Okay. And then I told people that he was going to fight somewhere along those lines when he fought Paddy. That he wasn't going to be full-blown rock'em sock'em. Even though he had some moments that made me nervous, beats Paddy. Then he beats Ilia. I don't think there's any chance possible that he fights Max again, which I don't think he will. Because after Max loses to Conor, there's no way Gaethje would take a fight with him. Why would he take a fight with the dude who just lost to Conor? That makes no sense. Gaethje would either end up fighting Conor or Oliveira or Sarukian. But there's no way he would fight Max in the stupid way again that he fought him. There's no way. And there's something about getting in there and doing something like he did with a fighter like Ilia. And not only that, but doing it the way he did. It's kind of like after people fight Khabib Nurmagomedov. You're not the same fighter anymore. After Gaethje's been in there and performed the way that he did with Ilia, come on. Whoa. You don't have to tip Christmas carolers, but it is polite to offer $1 to $2 tip for each person or like a holiday treat or something. Legendary gnome. You think I have holiday treats around my house? Do I look like a holiday? You think I got gingerbread houses? Listen, I'm going to calm down. Legendary gnome. Let me tell you something. This was like something out of a horror movie. I'm not joking. There had to be around 30 people there. I'm not joking. It's like someone brought their whole church. There was around 30 people there. It was like a couple basketball teams. There was a ton of people there. And I'm standing there in my boxers. It was weird, man. There was a lot of them. Bro, first of all, I don't even have cash. Every time I would do a Ridge Wallet promo, like, look, this is normal status. There ain't no cash in there. You know how much I have to go through to even find a dollar bill anywhere? And I think that's most people. That's not just, I feel like I never have cash around. I don't know if there's some old school people that still do. But that would have been impossible. Angel Padilla, and now I have returned at the turning of the tide. Wait, the turning of the tide, what happened? The turning of the tide. Wait, this sounds cryptic, Angel. Is everything okay? Is everything okay, Angel? You left us hanging last night, man. I don't know if we got you in trouble. I used to be a telemarketer, but I never called anyone because my boy would do jerky boy skits whenever he got someone to answer. We both got fired. So you couldn't even, like, you're like, I ain't even gonna do it because I know he's gonna act a fool. That's funny, man. Some mediocre stuff for a discount. That's crazy, Joseph. It was probably a blessing in disguise, though, right? Because whatever you ended up doing after that had to be better than telemarketing, right? Ordinary P. Hey, what's up? How do I pronounce that? Darnest? Dr. Nest. I'm not sure. Please sound it out for me because I don't want to butcher your name. Hey, Dr. Nest says, just found this channel last week. I like this guy.
Amazing.
I really appreciate that, dude, because I'm always under the understanding that this channel is dead. So it's feels good to know that I could still be found. Thank you very much, Doctor. Don't forget the Kiwis. What the? On some Dan Hooker type of nonsense. Wait, what does red box then mean? That sounds dangerous. My number is definitely an old drug dealer's number. I used to get all sorts of random texts asking for a scooter. You got randomly all sorts of numbers. Then I got a call from police. I told police this is a new number. You got the wrong guy. That's why he has to keep changing his name. I did door to door. I made it 1 hour before I left and never went back. I was deceived and told the job was something else. I mean, I don't know if you're on the same kind of thing as I was, but bro, it seems like anything along the lines of telemarketing, especially door to door, there's always all these weird things and promises and stuff up front that make you think it's going to be one way. And then you find out it's kind of like a cult and it's just very weird and deceiving and disappointing. Whatever Nolan is making, it sure as heck ain't the Odyssey. Yeah, it's not starting to look like it, man. It's, I don't know, man. Did you get a beanie transplant? No, why? What happened? Does it look different? I sprayed some Febreze on it. Hey, Jessica, how's it going? How's it going? Is everything good? Everything good? It's good to see you. It's good to see you here. So good to see you here. That's beautiful, James. I love it, man. I'm glad to hear that. Those things are healthy for you, bro. That's beautiful. Nature Lady Michigan, what a blessing you are. Thank you for being so encouraging last night. It's on the way. It's on the way. The best is yet to come. I think Gaethje beats Max. Max beats Conor. We'll see about that. Did you see that Max is taking the thing, Mystic Max? He's like, if he's gonna be saying, it is what it is, then I'm taking his. It's the Mystic Max. A lot of apologizing in this chat right now. So I'm gonna take this time to apologize to absolutely no one. I know you're not impersonating Strickland, because Strickland does a lot of apologizing. ARJ Marloca! Dude, we reached the goal. We reached the goal.
I might hit the three-wheel motion, 'cause I'm sipping on this green tea potion.
This isn't a career. This is an opportunity.
You guys ready to start this show?
Amazing.
Am I right, Miami? Whose hot dog is this?
Thank you so much for all of your generosity and support. Whenever we finally get to it is where we're going, you're going to have yourselves to thank for it, because you're enabling and encouraging these shenanigans and allowing this freak show to stay afloat. And you best believe that I'm working for you behind the scenes. And I got some plans. I told you the other day, I'm scheming. Thank you. Thank you for getting us to this ambitious goal today. It was an ambitious one. I think yesterday I don't think I did a goal yesterday. I don't think I did. And the day before I put 10. So this is huge. Thank you, everybody. Disco Golf says, do it. Do it. Do it. ARJR slapping down with no words. He's speechless. And James Bishop says, I am a real American. Thank you, James Bishop. Thank you. Jessica says, my favorite streamer is Grandmaster. Happy 4th of July. God bless everybody. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you. Thank you. And you know what? For the first time ever, hearing it and like saying it out loud, being referred to as a streamer, I don't know, something about the way that you put it, Jessica, doesn't feel so gross. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you, Jessica. David Zimmerman, exceed the goal. Exceed the goal. Thank you, David Zimmerman. Wait, where did it go? It skipped on me. No. If you could afford the landscapers, you could afford a fruitcake for the carolers. It's not how it looks. Stupid landscapers. All good, no trouble here, homie. Heck yeah.
Amazing.
Heck yeah. We were concerned, bro. Oh, yeah, Marilena got so annoyed with me one time because I let the guy in. I like let him behind like way too many clearances. Like when those dudes run into the Scientology buildings, way too many clearances deep. He was trying to sell a Kirby vacuum. He was doing his whole demonstration. Like I didn't know at that time. We were very young. And I didn't know at that time, like, bro, don't give them an inch. They'll take a couple miles, bro. And she's like, you can't do that. You can't even let them. And like, you let them go too far. And so I had to Men in Black him. It was terrible. It was hard to try to get that dude out of there, man. Because I was trying not to be a jerk, you know. Red boxing is getting them angry with philosophy and questions, or using something from Radio Shack to trick a toner dial. What the? Old hacking. Dang. Angel Padilla. Whoa. Pooch? Wait, what does that say? What does that say? Ouch. Okay, I was like, wait a minute. Ouch. L. Ron Hubbard. That's so good, man. We got to make that happen. Because have you guys ever noticed, we were talking about that last night on Patreon, how people, they'll hurt themselves and they'll go, or they'll say like, I don't even want to say it, but they'll say like the name of Jesus in different ways and his titles or God. Like they'll always take the Lord's name in vain, like when they'll stub their toe or something. And we were saying like how we're gonna start going, like when we stub our toe, just be like, L. Ron Hubbard. You know, I'm gonna start taking L. Ron Hubbard's name in vain. We're gonna mix it up, you know. Where are we going, guys? Shoot. We're gonna get some of them what do they call them? The bunghole blowers, or what do they call them on Joe Dirt? We're gonna go get some fireworks. We're gonna go to the fireworks stand. Oh, dang. Tacos, taco, man. Next time, GM, go up to the landscapers and say, it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. Stupid guys. Stupid guys. With emotion. I hope you guys are safe when you're doing them fireworks and stuff tomorrow. I hope I don't hear about none of you guys on the news. You know how every once in a while people do some of those crazy, they get those illegal ones and blow off their hand or something. I hope you guys ain't messing around with none of those things. What's the one on Joe Dirt? The boring ones, just like the snake ones or whatever. You guys just got to get those little boring smoky ones. They just whistle a little bit and then they go out. You can't do the Mexican martial arts if you blow your arms off, you know? That's not going to work. It's not going to work. I put a 3-hour limit and we got about 6-7 minutes left before I go into the garage. Look, I'm telling you guys, listen. I said it earlier. I revealed it earlier. I'm about to eat a... I did that earlier, James, with the plum. I love plums. I love the really, really, really hard plums. The ones that are really sour. You know how when you ever squeeze a plum and it's like super firm? Those are the most sour ones. I love those ones. I always eat that's funny. That's like another universal thing, huh? Like we were talking about earlier, melancholy, when people wake up and when they answer the phone, they try to act like they didn't just wake up. We just eat fruit over the sink, right? That's just a thing we do. But say it, man. Yo mix. Wait, say what? This Chi-Town got them taco spots for show. Landscape moving is some super physically demanding work is deceiving. Landscape moving? Moving. David Zimmerman! Prayers without works is dead. As human beings, we must protect the innocent in our communities. Whoa. I mean, I like that. But what were we talking about before that? Did someone say something like that? Is someone not wanting to protect the innocent? I like that, David Zimmerman. Yeah, there's different extremes, you know, when people try to take everything into their own hands. And they're like, I got this, God. And then there's people that are like, hey, God, I'm going to pray for this, and then I'm going to sleep for a couple weeks. You know, let me know when you fixed it. You know, I think that makes a lot of sense, you know. Be a part of the body, you know. Be a part of the body. Be out there and do the thing you're supposed to be doing. But what I was going to say right now is after here, I'm kind of pumped, man. I'm kind of pumped to get a pump on. I'm going to go after this into the garage, and I'm going to have a crazy session, bro. I'm going to put on my sauna suit, and I'm going to do like a weird hybrid kind of thing. I'm on this plan right now where I'm trying to cut a lot of excess lbs, but maintain and continue. I know it's not really possible. I know that. I've been arguing with the AI. I understand that it's not quite possible to be losing fat while you're building muscle. It's a difficult dance. But I'm going to be in there with the sauna suit, and I'm going to have the treadmill going, and I'm going to be power walking on the treadmill while I'm getting off and just pumping and doing all my, and I'm going to go back on the treadmill, and then I'm going to do more sets and more reps. I'm going to get back on the treadmill, and I'm just going to be sweating in there. I'm going to put some Home Improvement on the Netflix. And I'm excited about that, man. I love to get a good workout. And the reason I'm doing it, for those of you that just joined us, I'm filming the movie trailer. I got to get in peak condition, you know? I got to get in peak shape. I got to do one of those ones like Jean-Claude Van Damme with the butt cheeks and all that. I'm going to have one of them scenes. I'm going to have one of them gratuitous scenes, you know? So I got to get ready. I got to get shredded. I got to get a tan. I'm going to film the movie trailer. It's happening, folks. It's happening, ladies and gentlemen. The trailer's going to be dropping. Get ready. Nah, it's never off topic, David. It's always an underlying theme around here. Casey Jones. I told you guys this a while ago, and it happened again. It happened again. You know how we say things and then okay, do you guys remember? Please tell me. Please respond as fast as you can, because sometimes I don't know how delayed the chat is, and then the conversation slows down. Do you guys remember someone asking me a few days ago my thoughts on Houston Jones? And I don't even remember if the person who said that is here right now. Does anybody remember someone in the chat asking me how I felt about Houston Jones? Does anybody remember that? I mean, I suppose I could go on before anyone even responds. So, I know who Houston Jones is. And, is it really R2 Sushi or... Stay away from it. No one knows who Houston Jones is. Let me make sure I'm talking about the right guy. You missed that stream? Let me make sure I'm talking about the right guy. Houston Jones. Okay, yeah. Houston Jones is a YouTuber. And I'm going to be honest, I don't even remember exactly 100% what his thing is, but he's like a very, very physically fit guy, active. He'll like do collabs with like UFC fighters, and they'll kick them and stuff, and he'll just do like different is that his thing? The world's toughest man? Is that kind of like his tagline or whatever? Like he'll go through a ton of things and like to show like he's strong and he could take a like, you know, whatever. So I know, I don't even know who that is. Who's Houston Alexander? I know Jason Alexander. Oh no, not what the heck? No. So Houston Jones, okay, listen. I've known about that guy for years, but I haven't thought of him I haven't seen a YouTube video of his. I haven't come across him. I promise I have not watched or even seen him as I was scrolling. Can you imagine how much I'm on YouTube because of what I do? Imagine how much you think about you. Imagine how much I'm on YouTube and how much I scroll YouTube and how much stuff I run into. I haven't seen anything about Houston Jones in like 6 years. Somebody mentioned him the other day in a chat. I swear, and I mean this. It's like he fell off the earth for me. I hadn't heard his name. I haven't seen a thumbnail. I didn't watch anything in years. Someone mentioned him in the chat the other day, and I said, oh, Houston Jones. Oh, yeah, I remember that guy. Next morning, I opened my phone, first one on my feed. Thumbnail, boom, first one. Okay, that's not the weird part, because we know that happens. That's weird, right? That shouldn't even happen. That's crazy. But that's not even the weird part. In the last 2 months, I'll be right back. I got to do something for Marilena real quick. Okay, so this has happened like 3 times in the last couple months where I didn't say something out loud. I just thought about it. I 100% didn't say it out loud. Because there were different times where I remember thinking of YouTube channels that either it's like, I missed that channel. Why don't I ever see that channel anymore? Or I remembered something from that channel and I thought, oh, that was interesting. I should watch them again sometime or whatever. And I was alone. So I wasn't like talking to someone about these channels. I just thought about them. One of these happened yesterday. There's a YouTuber. I haven't seen their videos pop up in maybe close to 2 years. And I thought about them. Like, oh man, I wonder if they're still making content. I hope they are. I wonder what happened to them. And then I couldn't remember their name. I couldn't remember their name. I couldn't have even said their name if I wanted to. I didn't even think the name. But I could see the guy's face. In my beanie, I could see the guy's face. The next day, the next morning, I open up YouTube and he's right there. And there's a part of me that makes me think that you're all fake and that I'm living in the Truman Show. And this Sirius is about to crash down and almost kill me. And that the world is a stage. And maybe people can't see me when I'm in the bathroom. I literally just thought of his face. What do we do with this information? Do we take advantage of it? Do we start to believe in some kind of manifestation? Do we try to exploit it? What do we do with this information? You saw him get shot? Oh, dang it. I didn't know you missed it, Melancholy. I thought maybe you had something to do. Oh, you're the best, David Zimmerman. You're the best. I love that. You know what I've noticed about this channel? I feel like our community here has the most people. I guess that would make sense. That's the only option, right? That they don't even watch. I know. Listen. I know. There are those of you in here who do. So you don't gotta be like, well, I do. I know. But I feel like this community has the most people who don't watch other MMA channels or even MMA anymore. So that's very interesting. If you have Android, allow sensors off option from developer option. It manually shuts off both cameras, mics, accelerometer, gyrometer, most sensors. So which sensor senses your brain? That's what I want, one of those Nokia phones. I want a phone that has a cord that's attached to the wall. David Zimmerman, thank you so much for being here and supporting and being part of the party, bro. By the way, I don't know if it matters. I'm gonna log off in about 2 minutes here, literally. I gotta get moving. But thank you so much, David. YouTube reads your mind. It looks that way. I wonder if my birth dad has that same thought about me. Man, I can't even remember that kid's name. Oh, Melancholy. Well, you're making it harder now by changing your name. There are AI agents assigned to every phone to learn, like a double U profile. We're real, no worries. Nature Lady Michigan, starts to make it make sense when they clone people and they replace Britney Spears because they learned her well enough. I think it's a brainwave thing. Somehow phones can interpret vibrations, not even joking. Dude, I know everybody talks about it like a joke, but it has never made more sense to me to wear a tinfoil hat. Like, people look at the tinfoil thing like as an indicator of, hey, look, I'm doing a joke. I'm silly. I'm saying some conspiracy stuff. But it's like, no, it becomes a necessity. I watch you and Moss, not much MMA anymore. That's a big compliment, man. And I do feel like we're not identical at all, but we're very kindred in lots of ways. And I understand that. Thank you, bro. Thank you for sharing that. If I was a heavy drinker with that information, I would drink heavily, but I'm not. So I'm not sure what to do with the GM. You got to eat another brat. You got to eat another cheddar bratwurst. You got to start eating. The chemicals in the water is turning Britney Spears gay. What the? What happened? What happened, Jessica? All right, I need to start saying my goodbyes now, or I'm gonna fail. I'm gonna fail like I did yesterday, and then I'm gonna be all depressed. Trump made some comment about moving to 6G network, so now it could see a few inches into your body. It was a weird comment from someone who knows more than us. He said, all right, I'm not gonna sleep tonight. Thank you for sharing that, Max Bluestein. I'm going to go down that rabbit hole. That makes all the sense. Thank you, Angel. Thank you. Billy the Kidder, I hope you have a good shift, man. Dang, you on that night shift, huh? I hope you have a good one, dude. Jessica, I was actually going to tell you, I'm glad you brought that up, because it wasn't working last night, and then I checked again today, and it said the same thing. Here's what I'm thinking. See, look it. See how it says problem with file still? Here's what I'm thinking. Sometimes this happens, which I should have thought about earlier, but I guess I haven't encountered this in a while. What might fix it? Wait, where is it? What might fix it is sometimes it makes me download it before I could even think about trying to play it. Wait, what the heck? This really doesn't want to let me play this. Jessica, you if possible, maybe try whatever you were trying to sending it again and see if there was something that looked kind of fishy on your side, because it's sending me to, like, what is this even called? Apple Music? It's acting like I need to be like in Apple Music to maybe it's because I don't have an Apple Music account, so I can't even open this. You puke if you eat another one. You gotta just blend it up and drink it like a smoothie. Morning and night. Dang it, man. Make that paper. Make that paper. Heck yeah, I'm closing out right now, James Bishop. Much love, dude. Your presence is always noticed. It is always felt and appreciated around here. Oh, he's off work. Oh. I'm off of work. I thought he said off to work. Like, man, this guy's a hard worker. That's scary, man. All right, I'm dipping out of here. Look, not only is it very unlikely that I'll do anything tomorrow, it would probably be stupid if I did. And it would be me, like, somehow not being a good family guy, not being a good dad, not being a good husband. I probably should not show up tomorrow. The only way I might show up tomorrow is if I clip a couple things tonight and then upload some shorts tomorrow. So I will be out of commission tomorrow. Most likely I'll make some kind of appearance on Sunday. So I just want to say thank you for being here. You guys have been above and beyond generous today. Silly, hilarious. Had the stream on low volume at the grocery store and was getting looks. What? I feel bad for you, bro, because I know every once in a while I'll say stupid stuff with no warning whatsoever. I appreciate you doing that, though, bro. Going through, dude, having that dedication that you're like, I ain't gonna miss it. That's cool, dude. That really means a lot. She'll send her phone died. All right, I'll keep an eye on it. Could predict your thought patterns. Oh my gosh, get out of my brain. Dang it. James Bishop, I'm sure, I mean, you gotta be, I hope you are, man. I hope these people are smart and that they appreciate you working all day tomorrow like that. I hope these people appreciate you and your hard work, man. Mad love. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for that mad love, mad love. I would kiss back, but Marilena might be watching. All right, thank you guys for being here. You know what? For those of you who care, I really needed to hang out with you guys tonight. I was man, I was feeling terrible before this stream. And not just like in my head, like, you know, it manifested like, you know, how people do when they don't feel good. And I really appreciate you guys. I knew at some point I was like, I'm not in video. I'm not in video mode today to make a video, but I really just want to be able to have some fun. And I'm very thankful for you guys. Thank you. Please be careful out there. Please don't be one of those people that has a bunch of tequila and gets in a fist fight and gets stabbed or something. It's not worth it, man. Please chill out. Please be mellow. Have a good time. Don't blow your arm off with the firework. Be safe. Thank you, ARJR. And I'll see you guys very soon. Enjoy it, man. Enjoy these precious moments. Whether you're out there with family, enjoying the games and the food and the fireworks, or whether you're alone in the dark watching reruns, eating cheese bratwursts, whoever you are, please, thank you, Disco. Please be safe out there, and I'll see you guys very soon. Thank you for watching Mexican Martial Arts. Appreciate it. Oh, ARJR has blessed the G Hustler. The G Hustler. One for the road. Thank you, ARJR, and congratulations, the G Hustler. Mar loca. Have a good evening. Thank you for watching Mexican Martial Arts. Appreciate it. Good looking out. Late.